The Comedy Store would like you to know that the views and opinions expressed on this podcast are strictly those of the speakers or authors and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by the Comedy Store and its affiliates.
No, I said I'm waiting because I had a whole different slew.
Okay.
Coming.
Pull it up, Don. Let's see the receipts.
Yeah, everything. Oh, you're going to white girl receipt me right now?
Ooh,
Wow, white girl
Don
receipts.
Barris.
Okay. Is Bruce your son? I'm just asking.
I would be proud to have him as a son.
Oh,
Thank you.
I like
I've been
that.
accused of being Jimmy Schubert's son multiple
Any
times.
chance
Jimmy
you could do
Schubert.
it
Yeah.
tonight, 9-ish instead of tomorrow? I'll be there a little after 9, between 9:05, 9:10.
And that was not true.
Okay, well, you know what? I live.
That wasn't true, right?
'Cause I had
you
to-
live, I could spit to your apartment
All right,
from
so
here.
I can be here within 5 to 10 minutes easily.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a
I
show
like
that
how
was supposed
professional
to
and
end.
angry you are.
I was
love
supposed to
this.
end at 9 o'clock exactly, but we had some
What
problems
show
with
was
Tennessee.
that? Tennessee.
Have we started yet? Have you
No,
started?
this is the pre-show. This is the Patreon.
No, this is on.
No, okay.
This
no,
is on. You're
okay.
reading personal
I'm going to tell you.
tweets.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
oh,
on
yeah, I
trial
am.
for my life right now.
Who will be? And then I asked, who will be the guest? Okay, I'm working on guests. Everyone keeps canceling. All right, fine.
I had a bunch of people cancel.
I
or
said
yes, and
so
then
the
2
first
minutes
thing
later.
I'm thinking, oh, they heard Don Barris is here. No way am I doing it.
Insecurity.
So
yeah.
I said,
Yeah, I'm
is it
good to be the
because of
fallback.
me? And they said, no, you were doing tomorrow night, so I'm scrambling now. Okay, so I was fine with everything. Everything seemed to.
And
Then I said, no,
I
right
had
there.
already texted Bruce.
What about
before
the
you
new
said
paid
that.
regulars like Bruce?
He did say that,
Well, I appreciate that.
but I
yeah.
didn't see it
And then I
until
said
after
Dennis
I texted.
and or O'Neill.
Danish or O'Neill.
Then you said, I just text Bruce, waiting to hear.
See?
Gotcha.
Then Bruce is in. And I said, all right. Then don't rush.
That's what you said. You
Then
said,
you said,
"Alright."
don't
What
rush.
was that?
Because I was glad that you were
No,
ready.
the way you said it, you sounded like really like surfery. I liked it. All right.
Can I just tell
Should
you
I
a little
read
something?
Bruce's text?
Okay. Let me. Yeah, we can. But then you said, don't rush to get there. And I'm saying this loud enough so John, Mr. Fucking.
Well, because I felt bad. I thought you were coming
Don't
from
rush
Kimmel.
to get there. No. Well, I was coming from Kimmel.
So I said, don't rush to get there. Let me know if it's going to be late.
If you need
so I
more
could
time,
tell-
just let me know.
And
I
what'd
said,
you say?
I won't need more time.
And then what did you need?
Then you sent me this picture
then
of
did
you
you-
bending over me. This is, I just remember, oh my God. what
Oh, there is a
fuck-
picture. This is true. There is a picture.
And it's over me, and
Oh,
she's
man.
leaning into
Put
it.
it in the camera if you want.
Jeez.
Okay, anyway.
That looks like Holtzman's
can't-
vacation.
You can't prove that's me.
Yeah, you can.
I don't always
Blurred
have
Then,
curly hair.
protect
like-
the innocent.
9:15, you coming?
All right, we got to interview the new guy. At
Okay.
9:15, you coming, and then you roll in at
I roll in.
9:28.
No, I was out of the car by 9:15 because I was on the phone.
John?
All right. Oh,
It
John's
was
gonna-
easily 9:25.
You're
Easily.
so full of shit, man.
Bruce,
Because
what time did I text you and say we're ready?
A few minutes ago.
Right, but
I don't.
I'm
My phone
saying
is
this.
upstairs.
At 9:15.
I left it in the booth.
At
in the car.
9:15,
Yeah.
Eleanor says, "You coming?" Now, what I know about is this: I had my phone in my hand because I was talking to Charlie Kerper. I can bring him on if you
Name
want.
drop.
No, we're good.
And-
We're good. That's a big drop, too, by
Yeah,
the way.
excuse
I
us.
heard a plump on the table from that name.
Oh, I see. This is all rip on shit on the fucking.
All right.
No, I'm happy to. I'm excited
You
to
coming?
be on the podcast.
And I
All
had
right.
not seen that until I came down here, and that's when I put the phone away when I got out of my car.
But
so
right
I'm
now
saying
it's-
I got here at 9:15. It's bullshit.
Right now it's 9:30.
I need an
You think
apology
it took
from John.
15 minutes to get down here?
Are you gonna
I
protest?
think that it took us over 5, and when you came down here, and I
Yeah,
was
because
sitting
you got
down,
here at 9:25.
No, that's bullshit.
So now it's 9:30.
No, okay. All right. Maybe
right,
it's
that
best
is
I
it.
just leave.
No, Don, come on. We
Oh,
love you.
no,
man.
no.
Oh, how about Rick
no.
Ingram? Oh, I can't come to. Fuck you. I'm not gonna put up. I'm not
Rick
gonna
is
put
a
up,
superstar, and
Oh, you've never seen the Ding Dong Show.
This Tennessee's really something.
Tennessee really
It was such a good thing.
was it?
Oh, because
So-
here's a guy arguing I wrote this song. I transcribed it. This guy wrote a song so Tennessee could sing it. He played the music. He was in the music video. I wrote the whole thing. Why are you arguing about this? Nobody's going to make a fucking dime off this. And you're arguing about this. So it's ridiculous to see this. And I had to do that show.
Wait, does he sing or play an instrument?
Guess you've never heard Baby I've Got a Gun.
Is this just what is
No, I
As
just.
a matter of fact, you know what? Can you get this?
We can't do the. We can't afford the copyright on
No.
Baby.
There's- you know what? I will
This whole
take
thing
control.
shut down.
Peter Shore is gonna fire me.
There is go to the Ding Dong Show and get Baby I Got a Gun video and put that in there.
Pornhub.com/the Ding Dong Show.
Oh, that's good.
Don, I like your satchel bag. I didn't know you were.
Hey, you gonna call me gay?
No, I know. I've just never seen you carry a bag.
He's
I'm curious what you have-
admiring
Curious
his-
what you have inside of it. It seems like your taxes.
It does seem
you
like a
have
tax
envelopes,
return.
yeah.
It's literally the first thing I thought of.
Okay, here
Is it
I
a
can
tax
tell you
return?
a couple things.
No.
Oh, here we go.
You know when I go,
It's notes from when you were doing the
Nope.
Tennessee Ernie thing.
No.
Oh, tuxedo? I'm
Tennessee
the
Ernie
worst.
tuxedo. Yeah,
I knew
okay.
there was a tuxedo in there.
Okay, so here we have the list of movies from directors that I'm trying to collect the entire series of.
And you printed those out.
Printed those out so when I go to places and I can see, oh, okay, I do need Charlie and the Chocolate Factory to keep my Tim Burton collection good. Okay, everybody's laughing.
God.
He does have a lot of collection. Have you ever been to his apartment?
No, he keeps begging. It's
unbelievable.
I've never been there, but I have heard about your collections.
Begging. Is he that kind of father? He's like, come on over.
What was said there?
No, we were just talking.
Wait a minute. What is going on? I
Well,
blame
you gotta
John.
listen.
I blame John for keeping an environment where people
Don.
want to shit on the cold.
No. Bruce has been passed for 5 minutes and he's completely taking control. Like
He
I'm
doesn't
in the
have a
zone.
new glow about him.
Oh yeah, I like
know
this
what?
place again.
I would.
This place
Again.
is great.
This place
All
is
right.
awesome.
Here's what I'd like to hear. I'd like to hear, and if you can give dates, it'd be wonderful. So when did you come here and become a doorman?
I could tell you if I had my phone to look it up, but I believe
It's charging upstairs.
got actually made a door guy. It was September or early October 2019.
2019.
okay.
But I had showcased. I'd been showcased.
But was that during the
Right
COVID?
before.
No, right before. So COVID was March 2020, and then I was living in Portland until September of 21. So I worked from September, October 19 to March 2020, and then came back September 21 till now.
So you've been part of you've been the doorman. You came back as a doorman, and they used to call it non-paid regulars.
Yeah.
Right.
Do
Development.
they still-
Now it's development,
It's development. Okay. So how many spots would you get a week?
At the beginning, definitely Monday, and then one other one. Sometimes, if I was super lucky, 2 other ones, but usually 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, because when we came back, that's all they were doing.
Oh yeah, when we
was
came back from
development
COVID,
spots. It was door
yeah.
guys shows and this, that, and the other, anything. And I was like, oh, this is good.
My last week, including like my showcase and stuff, and I also did the spots on your special taping. My last week, like where half the week I was past half I was, and I think I did like 11 spots here.
Really?
Like I was just all over constantly.
So are you upset about the way things are going? At what point did you start like, oh, fuck?
Yeah, because that's a real short span for you to get real
Yeah.
negative. I mean, I know that this
no, of
place can
course.
do it.
I was very bright-eyed before whenever I first started and like finally got in, because it took me a long time to get in. It took me like almost a year. I think I did like 5 or 6 different showcases.
In as a door guy or in as
as a door guy.
Oh, that's right. You
And
have
who
to
did you
showcase to be a
showcase
door
for?
guy.
Adam. But the only way I was friends with everybody, but it's like you can really only get so much like from people like that. So I kept like going to, in the belly room, they would do an open mic called the Set of the Night thing.
Yeah.
And if you won that, you would get a spot on Potluck. So I'd go out there and I would fucking
Did you ever win?
give it. I won it, I think, like 6 or 7 times.
Whoa.
Because I would go like,
Whoa,
I would go
whoa,
Oh, look
Blood-
at John's got something backing. I'm sure you don't have an
Give
elbow
him a
pretty soon.
championship
No, I go
belt.
fucking blood, sweat, and tears because I'm like, I gotta fucking get in here, and then
I
would-
need
it-
that spot.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
nightmare, and then kept.
Should we call Adam and let him know you got passed?
He might know.
Oh.
You could if you wanted to, though. I don't know if he remembers me at all. I saw him at the 50th anniversary, and he was like, Yeah, what's up, man?
Anything, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fire. I'm putting out fires in Austin,
But I mean,
guys.
there was a bunch of different like things where like I did a bunch and they went well and I was happy and then it didn't happen. And then the funniest one, I don't want to. It's not going to bring the mood down at all too much.
I want it.
The week that
Then we'll bring it back.
Are you
up.
going to bring him up?
like a
Sam,
revival.
the Armenian comedian dying.
yeah, of course. R.I.P. to Sam, the Armenian comedian. No, there
Bullshit.
was a. So I
Less
had,
than a week.
had like showcase for it, and then they hired other people, and then I was like, fine, whatever. And then I did a spot like a few months later, and it went really fucking well. And I was like, fuck yeah, this. And I was walking out, and I told Adam, I was like, I want to fucking. I was like, I didn't say it like that, but I was like,
Give
I
me
still.
the fucking door,
yeah, I was like, I
guys.
still want to work here. If you got whatever, let me know. And he was like, all right, cool. And he was like, come back next week. And I was like, all right, cool. And then that was the week that Brody
Sounds
passed
like-
away.
Oh, really?
And so then I came back on Monday, and it was real somber. Obviously, it was very somber. And I
Yeah.
went up to Adam, and I was like, "Hey, man, it's I was like,
Hey.
I was like,
Hey, this Brody death ain't my fault, man.
looks like there's
that
an
mean-
open spot." No, but I went and I was like, "Hey, man, you told me to come back," and he goes, "Oh, yeah." He goes, "Did I?" And I go, "Yeah."
Adam.
Did he look at a chart or anything
No,
in
he
a
just goes,
notebook?
I don't know.
Dude, I
And
don't
then-
remember.
It was brutal. And then there's a very funny comedian named Simon Gibson, who we kind of look alike, not really, but Simon is the one who does this. But he goes, "Yeah, I remember." He goes, "You're the guy who does the Frank Sinatra impression." And I said, "No, that's Simon Gibson." And then he said, "All right, check in." And I bombed my life away, and then I didn't get hired for like another 6 months after that.
Oh, really?
my
Did you not do
God.
well?
No, I was, because it was one of those things I was defeated, and I was like, "No."
Now, did you hang out here at all?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was trying to court Adam. I was trying
So
to
when
stand
did you-
around till he saw me, and then I
When
would
did you
flutter
hang
away.
out?
Like, I moved here in 2016. I would hang out here then, but like I didn't know how like the whole thing worked for a minute. I was kind of just around like doing bullshit, and then whenever I guess I was like actively hanging out was like all of 2019.
When you were bombing, did you start doing the Frank Sinatra impersonation?
I should have, and I could have. It would have saved me if I would have stolen Simon's joke.
Have you ever masturbated about Eleanor?
Wow, now
No,
that's
I haven't.
usually the
No, I know.
how
I
you
swear
get
to
in the
God.
club.
No, and I even parked her car a few times, and I could have done it there, and I didn't. I didn't
what-
do it.
inside
What
the
was-
car.
Inside the car,
Yeah.
it smelled like Eleanor, and I was like,
Did
"Oh, something's going on." And then I was like, "No,
When you say it
can't."
smelled like Eleanor, you mean like this glorious
Okay. Oh, it
smell,
was great,
not
yeah.
the stench that
No, no,
Don
no, no,
talks
no, no.
about. Thank you.
I've got a picture that says differently. Can I ask you a question?
Please, I
When did
would-
you first see Don Barris?
Whoa. And were you like, is he my dad?
No, it was probably 2017, 2018. And I remember because you don't do this now, but you were saying that you were going to give away at the end of the set a Maytag washer and dryer. Or maybe a Whirlpool. Does that ring a bell?
It wasn't.
Oh, it rings bells. You also, what's the other one? Hitachi?
Hitachi, if you like to watch it, it's Hitachi.
Yeah.
That's when we give away a TV set.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah,
remember. Yeah, that was
He
a
would
while
do
ago.
this bit, this was a while ago, but he would say, if you check under your seat and in the gum, if there's a marble, is that what it was?
Yeah,
very
you get
funny.
the
That you-
TV.
So somebody said there was a marble, and Danish and O'Neill brought a TV
Yeah.
in,
That's very funny. But I mean,
and they smashed
Did you hate me?
no, I thought it was great. Back then, truly, I was like obsessed with the Comedy Store. But while I was like hanging out then and like trying to get in.
Hey, we're talking about me.
No, I know, but you're a part
You're
of the
part
Comedy
of it.
Store.
But why-
I've listened to a shocking amount of Comedy Store podcasts. Truly,
Really?
you'd be very surprised.
Oh, that's amazing.
I know all the characters.
So you know all the sicko,
Blue Iris,
Blue
the
Iris, all that.
I hosted an open mic at the Days Inn in Glendale, and I remember one time there was this guy.
Gaylord Dingler.
I'm the person
Damn,
who
I know
rediscovered
exactly.
Gaylord Dingler. Yeah, Todd. Todd
Oh,
Munson.
yeah, of
so
course.
Todd's one of my very good friends now.
I love
but
Todd
He's
Munson.
great. But just this old man is coming to the thing and he's doing the machine ripped her leg
machine
off.
ripped her leg off,
Machine
yeah.
ripped her leg off joke. My wife, she lost 150 pounds. The machine ripped her leg off. And I was like, what is? I literally.
What is that?
I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
I was in Target in Glendale and I just Googled. I was like, what is this guy's deal? And I Googled Gaylord Dingler and I saw all this shit popping up and people were saying he's like missing and all this shit. And I was like, no,
Killed
him and his
Mickey.
annoying brother are in the fucking at the Days Inn open mic every week.
What was the one they said he killed? Mickey? Or Mickey killed
Mickey
him?
killed him. He
That's
hit him
right.
with a bottle
Mickey
and
killed
left him for dead. I heard
Right.
this.
And people really took that
Oh,
seriously.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, like, Mickey, I haven't seen him in a long time, whatever, who knows where he is, but
I know.
he gave me a black card usually I would give him
Like an
water.
Amex thing,
and one
yeah.
time he ordered like a Coors Light or something. It was weird. And then I was like, I gave him comic price because I was like, I think he's homeless. I don't even
Yeah.
know. And he handed me a fucking black card. I'm like, you dick.
Yeah.
I'm like dancing around, giving you special treatment because I feel bad that you're possibly homeless.
Yeah.
Well, but he just looks like he's homeless, and you felt. He was great because he was a ding donger.
And that's why he was great.
How did he get out of it?
Okay, just a second. John, is that what it is? Have you written yourself into these comedy sort of things where you laugh all the time, and it's like, hey, it's the background.
He's turned
for the
into
show?
Laugh Girl.
Yeah.
If you say something funny, I will laugh. Doesn't tend to happen.
Oh, really?
No
Is that where
pressure,
we're
no
going?
pressure.
Here.
What the
No
fuck?
pressure.
man?
What-
I
did
could have
come
been
here
with
super
Tennessee or
early,
tuxedo.
What do you came here super early
Whenever
in life or
in
tonight?
life. Whenever I
Okay.
was 18, I wanted to do comedy. I'm from Bakersfield. There's no comedy.
White trash capital of
White
America.
trash capital of America. Absolutely. There's no comedy. There
Hold
was-
on. That's
In
funny.
Bakersfield?
You don't
There
laugh at that. Hold just a second. You don't think the Bakersfield line is a good
Danny.
line?
It is in his set.
You got
every
him
night
getting
when I
high
hear it.
down here.
Wait a minute.
He's
He
so
says-
nervous.
This is nicotine. I'm addicted.
Wait a minute. You
He's so
say
nervous
the
'cause
white
of
trash
you.
capital of America?
I think that's the rap it gets, but I think that there's cities in
It's more
central.
like the meth
the
capital.
places outside of
See,
Bakersfield.
I say that
That's where it
all
really
the
goes
time.
down.
Yeah.
Oh, one of you says it.
I do.
Okay, so it's. that's
So you
why I'm
can't
not-
laugh?
That's why I'm not laughing.
But
I
didn't know anything about comedy. There was nowhere to do comedy.
I think I
Sorry,
gotta go.
I'm
This
trying.
is
No, Don, stick around.
Please.
First of all,
This is
Please
an
stay.
honor.
Please.
But I remember I was 18 and I wanted to do comedy so bad, and I was like, it's all I want to do. So all I could do is there was a music open mic, and I could like beg them to let me go in
Oh,
between,
okay.
or I could go to karaoke nights, real white trash karaoke nights, and
Yeah.
be like, I'll just tell jokes instead of sing, and they were confused enough to let me do it. But before that, I did a comedy class.
Who with?
Jerry Corley. You
Out
familiar?
there or
in
here?
Burbank.
In Burbank. No, I don't know
No,
that
when I
one.
was 18.
Danny?
And then-
I've been put down by so many people here. I don't even want to.
And tonight, or just overall
I
in your
mean,
life?
just
you're
tonight.
like a
I've come
millennial
here.
playing with your phone.
What time did you get here? I hustled my ass off over here.
But he's telling a story and you're
I
not
like
even
the
listening.
story.
You're
Am
playing
I
on.
involved in it? The question was asked. What do you remember about Don Barris? Now we're
Maytag washer dryer.
no, we're going into all these other things.
Well, I'll
dare
say
ya.
that. He's trying to tell us about when he came here
You
pretty
like
early.
it? I got kicked out.
Oh, did I kick you out?
No,
Oh, thank
I don't
God.
remember who
Oh
did.
no, I wasn't waiting tables.
But I was 18. I did that, and then at my comedy class graduation, a certain person who still books bringer shows here, a real animated guy,
Really?
was at my comedy class graduation at Flappers with a clipboard, and he came up to me and he
Shut
said, "You really got it." And I'm gonna have you on my show at the Comedy Store. And I was 18, and I left there, and I was like, I'm
Okay.
a fucking superstar.
Can I guess who it might be?
You can.
Has he been running these for
Years
was
and
it
years and years.
Taylor?
the clipboard I like.
No, it was Vargas Mason. Who did?
That would have been
Well, I
my
guess you're not
second
allowed to
guess.
say that?
No, I love Vargas. Why'd you put him with a clipboard? He really had,
He had a clipboard, and he walked up to me and said,
God
"You're a star.
bless him.
You're a star."
Oh, now he tells the story and you call him a liar.
No, I'm not.
Vargas wouldn't do that. I've had sex
I'm
with
just.
him. and he's
He wasn't even on my radar. Like
was
I
your
wouldn't even think of
Ninth
him.
fiance,
I
Vargas
was.
Mason.
I mean, you did say cartoony, and he is
Yeah,
cartoony.
he's very cartoony.
But in my head, I was like, I was thinking of the guy who was here last night, and I was like, oh, he has curly hair, and he's
trying to
kind.
remember.
Greg, is that his
Oh,
name?
Greg. No, I did
He's
Greg.
so- he's
does
really nice,
The
but-
nicest.
The nicest
he doesn't
guy.
do bringer shows though.
Greg.
Yeah.
Oh, right, you're right.
But I came
guess,
here. I did one in the belly room, and I brought enough people that I was told I'm a fucking megastar. You know.
Right.
And so then I got to do one in the main room, and I was here.
And you're 18 at this
Yeah.
point.
And I'm in the
Okay.
main room.
How'd
and
you do?
in my mind, I probably thought I fucking crushed it, but it was awful. And then I was in the back drinking. I had brought in a flask. And
At 18?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thanks
And then,
for our liquor license.
Yeah. And then I had gone to the bar to get, I don't remember, I got something from the bar to like make a drink with. And they were like, what the fuck? And then so security came in there and was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, I'm fucking on the show, man. Like Vargas told me I'm a superstar, you know? So
you know Vargas?
yeah,
And they're
Vargas
like,
told
what?
me I'm fucking really taking off. And so then I got kicked out. And I didn't move here till I was like 22.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah, I
They
came to
didn't remember
potluck.
you?
Did you
No.
like me?
Did I? More
When
than
you were
ever, more than
18?
anything. I was like, God, this Don Barris guy really gets it. And now I'm as enthralled as I was the day I met you, Don.
Can I just ask
And I
this
wanna
to
marry
John?
you.
I just want to know
I love
if
that you're
John
on
ever
Instagram
found the,
this whole fucking time.
YouTube page that I asked him to get.
I did not. I looked for it. I did not find it.
What is he looking for?
But I see you're resharing our posts on Instagram right now.
Yeah, he's
so
not
if you
even
could
paying
If you could
attention.
just DM me the link, I'll pull it up for sure.
Are you
are
calling
you calling?
John?
No, he's calling
Mary
Mary
Jane.
Jane.
Oh, perfect.
This is why, like, if I have Holtzman on, Holtzman will call Jimmy Schubert or anybody that's not here.
We'll just
like,
call- yeah.
We'll be talking like an in-depth call.
Okay, but you know what?
And then he'll
There's
just
a
start
huge,
like
there's
that.
a huge difference.
What's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference?
Okay, you'll hear in my message.
Well, I'm going to continue to do the interview.
Okay, and then I'll just leave my message and we'll get on with it.
Oh,
here's,
my God.
Here we go.
Hello, it's me. Leave a message. Hello.
Hi, Mary Jane. I need a link to the Baby I Got a Gun video. Please get that for me. Goodbye.
I would love to
That's
see Mary
so
Jane
nice.
headquarters. It seems like it's like Alfred from Batman, where she has all the
She-
screens.
yeah, exactly.
all that thing, and she can pull up Tennessee Ernie Williams.
And she definitely
Tennessee
could.
Ernie
Yeah.
Tuxedo.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry
She
about
has
that.
like the headset on and
Yeah,
she's just
she's,
running shit.
Hope she has, it's an old school soundboard, just plugging in and plugging out. No, but
Like
then,
an old school operator. Yeah.
No, I love that. I've listened to a shocking amount of Comedy Store podcasts.
I love that.
I mean,
Did you
Yeah,
ever hear
we-
ones that I was on with?
oh, I did.
Why is it always about you?
That's
With
the
who?
reason I'm here. With Ryan Holtzman.
I did.
He was
I've heard.
hard.
I know that you guys got in a
Can I-
fight. I know somebody called a timeout during the fight. I won't say who.
I know who called
the
timeout.
timeout.
His name was Brian Holtzman. Today,
Do you know the funny thing? The way the whole fight started, he jumped on my back trying to take me down.
you can read a text to Holtzman.
Are you able to come on at 9 to podcast with Rick and I? No.
No, I
Just no. Just
yeah, that's
no.
all it says is no. That's very funny.
Holtzman's out of control.
I remember during one of those, like, they were doing those big Zooms during the pandemic with a bunch of Comedy Store people, and I haven't seen it since, but he held up, like, the, you know, like the headshot that you do when you, like, work for the city, like the headshot.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember. Maybe there was
I think it was Mitzi's 90th.
It
And I don't
was
know where it is. It's supposed to be
one
on,
of the funniest pictures I've ever seen in my entire life. It really made me laugh fucking hard.
Just a second.
Oh, he's asking for
Hello,
water.
Mary Jane.
Oh, take a phone call.
Yes, you
Oh, hi,
called?
Mary Jane.
Yeah, I'm on the podcast right now, and Eleanor's coming down hard on me.
Well,
because-
Mary Jane, we're in the middle of this thing, and he's calling you. I
was riveting-
understand he's
riveting stuff.
codependent, but
No,
my
because
goodness.
we were talking about the music video to Tennessee.
We have a
Ernie
new paid
Tuxedo.
regular here who's trying to get drunk while he's working.
Okay, can you send a link to us so I can give this to John? He
The
says
music video?
yeah, the Baby I Got a Gun.
Okay. All right.
I gotta go.
Thank you.
So, Don,
As soon as you get her, then you rush her off. What's wrong with you?
Because you're giving me attitude.
I'm
John's
not. I
over
don't
there.
like
Oh,
to do.
John's acting like, oh, hey,
Don, do you want to come sit next to me?
No.
Why not?
I'm a big record producer. I don't need
I found it. I found
You
it.
found it?
Per-
so
you
wait,
know,
is
you know
it
what's
gonna be
great is
able to
that we
play
all
on
have
here?
headphones on and we can hear it.
Yeah, is it going to be able to play on here?
Calm down.
I get nervous.
Can you put it on here?
You know, I'm a massive country music fan, so I'm gonna really.
Are you back up?
No.
Oh my God!
No.
Is this filmed at
Nope,
the Ding
nope.
Dong Show?
I
Yeah.
feel
Some
uncomfortable
of
to
it.
this close to it.
Oh, Mrs. C is there. Great. Oh my God! This is insane.
And that's what I wanted to do.
Yes.
Oh
Have you
my
sent
God.
this to Quentin Tarantino?
He
This
would
is a
love this.
That's what
Tarantino film.
that's what I've said to him.
To Tarantino?
No, I've said to
Oh man.
Tennessee. Quentin Tarantino would love this.
Yes.
You know what's so funny about this place is that it affords you opportunities like hanging out with Quentin Tarantino. But then you also realize about 10 minutes in that you're like, God damn, this guy's a lot. I don't know how much I want to be hanging out with this guy anymore. He talks so fucking much.
I remember hanging out with him, and I thought, I'm going to stay here and try to, maybe he'll say something prolific.
Course.
And then he never did.
No, it's just he loves him, man.
Did somebody put a pause on that?
We need to put a pause on that.
I mean,
What is wrong with that? Oh, now that's bad?
Well, they were talking. So
I think it's amazing.
I got
actually.
the essence of it, and I do like it.
I think it's good.
they were talking, so I paused it. Would you like to continue?
No.
He was
You know
about
what?
to fuck
Hey,
the fence.
let me just say this. I try to show people something. I give you a little content. I come in with content.
Here's content. I love it.
Yeah, and you know
No,
what?
we're gonna get back to the fence fucking. It's fine.
He's from Philly.
Mr. C?
No, the black guy.
Mr. C.
Oh, Mr. C, that's his name?
Mr.
Mr. C.
Hard
Mr.
soft A.
Got it. Got it. No hard. No,
No,
hard.
not at all.
No ER on that one.
Oh, I remember that chick with the curly hair. I remember seeing her around. She's somewhere in the universe now. I think she blasted off into the stratosphere.
And anybody can watch this?
Yeah.
I can't see from here. How many views does it have?
1.6 thousand.
Yep.
Wow. And what year was it posted?
And what the fuck are you doing to me, man?
Whoa.
I come in with quality material, and all you're doing is shitting on it.
Oh,
He's going
my
to get
God.
run over by that wheelchair. The close-ups are incredible. There was no makeup on
The whole
this.
thing, it was supposed to
Yeah.
be bizarre. Is it bizarre? Yes.
I do love the rawness of it.
I shoot you with my gun, yes.
I got to send this out.
Tennessee
I
or
didn't
anyone.
know.
Yeah, this is nightmare. I'm going to see this in my nightmares now.
That's what it's supposed
Oh,
to be.
I understand. I
I'm never
completely
gonna
understand the
sleep
essence
Why
again.
of the whole
can't
thing.
anybody
I'll
give
never
me credit?
sleep.
I think it's great, but I also that midsection shot that's much. That's a lot.
Yeah, and his lips being this close to
Also,
my
that
ears.
he's holding 99-cent store lettuce. That seems like some kind of metaphor, and it's really not. Oh man.
Which 99-cent store was
We
that?
didn't have a lot of
That's
budget
MacArthur
for
Park.
the. No, actually, that's the one over on La Brea.
Oh,
Oh,
excuse
I know
me.
that one. Oh.
And the
That-
reason
my
he's in
God.
there, reason Schizo's even in there,
That's
is
impressive.
because we had this thing in Vegas, and he was supposed to go to Vegas with us, and I had arranged it. We were going to get some porn girls that would dance with Tennessee in front of Vegas landmarks. He's ready to go. Everything's set. We've got a film crew. We've got people driving there. He just doesn't show up, and I'm so fucking pissed off. So I knew what would piss him off more than anything is putting in his video of Schizo. So that's the reason there's a lot of Schizo video on there.
Oh, that's fucking
See, and
funny.
here I am telling clever stories about that, but your producer over there,
Yeah.
what have I
Why
done?
are you coming after
Yeah,
me?
why are you
Because why are you
attacking him?
coming after me?
Everyone's happy to have you here, Don,
Yeah,
and you're
Danny.
pushing back with bad energy. Whenever
Don,
everyone's
you're
so
being
excited
very
to be
negative.
around you and to hear your stories.
Positive energy. I mean, he did
Don,
bring up
you know,
Brody dying, but
yeah, that was something.
we're trying to be positive.
Don, you know nobody respects you more than me.
I don't know that, but if you do, I've always liked you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We have fun times, me and Don.
I think so.
Really?
We have great times. I went to
And-
Jimmy Kimmel. I went to Jimmy Kimmel because a music artist I really like. And so before Don walks out there, we're all in the line about to go in, and he very quietly says, "And remember, no asking about my dick." And then we're in there completely packed out. Jimmy Kimmel, Don's doing his thing, and he says, "Does anybody have any questions?" And so I'm the first person, my hand shoots up, and Don looks right at me, and you can tell with his eyes, he's saying, "Don't ask about my dick." And then he calls on me and he says, "Yeah, can I help you?" And I said, "Hey, just in town for a few days. I just you look familiar. Are you the guy from the movie Brain Smasher?" And then he says, "Yes, I was in that movie." And I said, "That's a great movie." And he said, "You're right." And then he moved on to the next question.
You know,
You made him shit his pants for a second. I like
The
that.
crowd hated it. They had no idea what they
Yeah.
were like. We don't know Brain Smasher.
What's
I got
Brain
John
Smasher?
into
You don't know Brain? You know
I
Brain
know
Smasher?
what
Yeah,
it
of
is.
course.
Of course.
I
Oh
got-
yeah, the audience. Yeah.
I got John over there into Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, but he couldn't ask us questions because he just collapsed instead.
Is that true?
I pulled my hamstring. I was-
Oh, really?
before the show.
Was that the night before where the guy landed on your leg during the human pyramid?
No.
Oh, that was a different injury.
He landed on your
No,
leg?
that was after.
Okay.
After I'd injured myself. he
But
had
it was
land-
here from the human pyramid.
No, well, no. You are right. And you're absolutely right because what I had done, I had lifted something and I felt it pop. And then in front of, who was there?
Me, Maya,
Maya.
and manager Ryan.
And,
Yeah.
Okay, so they're all
That's
there.
a good-looking group of 3 people right,
Right?
there.
I mean,
You,
it's two and-
Ryan,
two and
Maya.
me.
No, that's a good 3
I'm
right there.
I'm like a 4. They,
Yeah.
they were the face of the company.
You're the curve. I like
So
it.
what
They were the
happens
face
is
of the company.
it just so
Who's
happened
holding the bag?
I
Yeah.
take
The bag.
them into Guillermo's room and we're there. And because Jeff Goldblum, I believe it was
My
because
old
of
acting
Maya.
coach.
Jeff
I believe-
Goldblum? Wow. When was this?
A long time ago. Wait, go ahead.
No,
like
we're
3
talking.
weeks-
Come on. We're done.
You're allowed
we're
to
full in
throw
conversation.
things in.
3 weeks ago. This is a funny one. Don, finish the story. It's really funny.
I'm dying to hear
So
this.
because I was in there, I think Jeff Goldblum wanted to talk to me. So he came in there, and during the pictures, his arm's all over Maya. And he brought his wife in there, too.
Ay, ay, ay.
Wait, so then we do the Jeff does the performance. This was probably 45 minutes later. Like, we go into a separate room to do a different performance.
He plays
and
music?
Yeah.
He was playing piano. You have to watch the clip because
I know what he
it's
does.
psychotic.
Of course.
But
No.
as he's walking out, like
But you know what? He's pretty darn good.
It's
He's
not
amazing.
Tennessee Ernie.
Yeah, it's no
that's
Ernie
for
Tennessee.
sure.
He's amazing. He was amazing. Don, that was on camera.
What was this?
Whenever I was there, it was this guy Charlie Crockett that me and 2 of my friends were. He's a very talented country musician. Don's
right.
talking to him, and then they're all changing up in the dressing room. Don walks into the dressing room, and he doesn't knock. He doesn't, do a polite thing. He punches the door. You almost backhanded the door and made noise, and you said, "You guys were really great out there." And then Charlie was like, "Oh man, you were really doing it out there, man." He said, "You were real funny out there." And then Don said, "Okay, fine, then I'll go on tour with you." We're all just standing in the background. Oh man, it was so funny.
So we're waiting. Jeff Goldblum's. We're waiting for the performance aspect to start. So they group like the VIP people because we're with Don. We're in the VIP group.
Oh, yeah.
We get to watch the performance.
Can I just say something? And I'm glad you mentioned that you were in the VIP
Yeah,
area
very important
because
person
of me.
because of you. Well, we thought you died a half hour earlier. You just fell flat on your face and you
No,
didn't move
he's
at
not
all.
Sure, on the stage.
Oh, it was...
He fell flat
In the suit?
in
Yeah.
the suit, and he didn't move. He didn't move for a good 30 seconds.
I
He
actually
did not
have
move.
a picture.
Did you do the thumbs up
No.
like football players do when they
No,
get
but
injured?
you know what? Because they
He was panicked. He was
That's
telling me about
of
it. He was like,
course.
"Oh my
Can I-
god."
Well, you got talking to the microphone.
they came to
Thank
me and
you,
they
Bruce.
said, "We've called an ambulance." I said, "No. Let me help you up." "No, I'll get up on my own." And I try to
And what
push
it-
myself up, and they lift me, and they took me into the back, and then the medic massages my leg, and so I'm ready to go.
Yeah, he did.
I'm ready to go, coach. And so I went out there.
Did you get a big cheer?
Big shot.
No, and because of it,
He got so mad because nobody clapped when they picked him up off the floor.
See, I would have. You know
well,
what's
I
funny?
did mention it. I did say
Good.
I came out here. I'm on the ground, and nobody's applauding
Yeah.
for me when I get up.
I would have ran down there like it was Mighty Joe Young, and I'd
Yeah.
be like, "Don, no!" I would have been crying over you. "Don, get up, please!" I would have been
Yeah.
pounding on you. "Don,
Was it-
please."
But
was
I was
like
with
a-
Ryan, John, and Maya. They don't
Yeah.
have.
They
No,
don't care.
the woman in front of us, I was like, can we go down there and check on him? Like, no, we shouldn't move him. So we stayed in our seat.
Oh, I would have ran
Just
down there.
Keep him there for the whole show.
Yeah.
Wait, was it like a pull, like a Charlie horse, or like a?
No, I tore the muscle more, and I went
Oh.
down, and I'm like, and I can't move my leg, and I'm starting to get really frightened. But when they took me back, the guy's a flexologist or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Did he
so
shoot
he
you
knew
up
what
with
to do.
anything or no?
No, he didn't. He just massaged it. And he goes, "Can you do it?" And I go, "I'm okay to go, coach." He said, "Don't sit down then." I go, "Okay."
You know what I would have done, Don? Is I would have grabbed the microphone and I would have leaned down to you and hold the microphone away and say, "Don,
But you know
the
what?
show's in good hands."
I didn't.
Who likes to fuck? And that would have really.
Yeah.
At the time, I didn't even have the mic. The show hadn't even started. They just loaded the audience.
Why are you so away from the?
Because I just feel that you guys
Did you
don't
have the
want me
toilet
here.
paper in your neck?
No, I did not.
Do you know how many people have complained when you're on, that you sit too far back?
And they
you're
yell
not
at
in the
me.
microphone?
3.
And then they yell at and then somebody else does it too. It's not just Don. It's somebody else does it.
You know, here's the thing that can happen. Sometimes, see, I'm so used to having my studio where I just pull the thing with me.
Yeah,
Hold
that
it in
makes
your hand.
sense.
Like, do this number.
I was doing that one.
But you know what?
Boy, I just
One
ate
of the
it.
things that maybe somebody that's a
Don't do that.
producer could say, "Hey, Don."
We've
you-
asked about.
No, you've
those.
never asked me though.
Oh, because we've asked him and he has
Well,
to.
because
ask
as a good
upper.
producer, I can adjust the level so
There we go.
They pick
See,
up
this
your
isn't
voice.
this isn't no rinky dink. No, John's got it going on. He was hanging out
John
with
knows
Maya,
what
Jeff
he's doing.
Goldblum, and Ryan.
I mean,
Wait,
come
so
on.
I didn't even finish. So we're waiting for the performance to start, and they finally bring out Jeff Goldblum. And this is 45 minutes after
And
we
Don's
initially
still
met
laying
him.
down?
No.
Don's still on the
okay.
floor. No,
Do you have
Don,
an updated report on Don at this point?
Don is okay now.
Okay.
No, I'm out there.
Jeff
You
wa-
did the thumbs up.
Jeff walks out to get on stage, and he looks Maya directly in the eyes, and he goes, "Maya." And then he
By the
does
way,
Piece of shit.
greatest acting coach ever.
Yeah?
Was he really?
And so we would be in class, and you have to rehearse this Playhouse West, and you had to rehearse with your scene partners. And I remember going in on a Monday. I think our class was Monday night or Tuesday. I forget, but we go in, and he goes, "You two seem like you haven't rehearsed." And I'm like, "You took her to Hawaii for the weekend, so yeah, I haven't seen her."
You two
Is
seem
that
like
cool?
you haven't quite been rehearsing. Like that kind of like you two. Maybe you didn't.
James Franco was in our class. I'm a real failure.
Wow! Hell
Anyway.
yeah! You're right there.
Oh yeah, right there.
You're like
Everybody
John.
else is right here.
You're like John and Kimmel, Ryan and Mike.
I just hold the bags for everybody. I'm never a front runner. It's not my thing. Especially when I wear my hair curly. Are you back on Instagram? What's happening now?
Hey Don, is your name on the Comedy Store van?
No,
Ooh.
it never will be.
Is it, we could add it, but
No.
is that something?
No, there's like giant
They-
names on there.
yeah.
Taylor Negron.
Yeah, that's a giant
He
name.
was in a lot of movies, man.
Yeah. What,
Easy Money, one of the best ones.
Biodome.
Yeah.
Biodome.
Was that a big point? Were you around when the Comedy Store van
Spicoli.
came into
It was
existence?
here. It was here by the time I got here.
Do you
It
not-
never gave. Were you ever upset that your name was not put on the
Never.
Comedy Store van?
Never.
I feel like that's getting double passed if they paint your name on the Comedy Store van.
I'll tell you
Remember when
this.
it was white and
Yes, I do.
yellow?
I got fucking cut off by the Comedy Store van in traffic one time. I was furious.
Who was driving it?
You know who was driving it? Richard Taylor was driving it. This is like 6 months ago.
Richard,
I
you
was
getting Richard.
furious. I was so mad.
He's just flooring it.
Oh
You're
my
like,
God.
What are you doing?
I came here
It's
and
on
I said
hydraulics.
I got cut off by the Comedy Store van, and I don't know what was up, but he was leaving the Abbey, is what I told everybody, and that was not true. But I wanted to put it out there and say that Richie was leaving the Abbey in the Comedy Store van, and
That's so
word got
good.
around.
Word got around. Yeah, I believe that. But there was also, we had some crazy, bizarro door guys that had, the Comedy Store van, you had to drive Mitzi around in it. Like you would run errands.
What was it? Really?
Oh yeah, Jason Hartz, Freddie Soto, Bob Oshak, they all had to drive.
Was
it.
she
drive
on like
the
a
van.
heart-shaped
we had the
bed in the
van.
back of the van, or was she in the
she would just
front seat?
She would just sit on the front seat if she had to be there. Like for the most part, you were just running errands with
Yeah.
that van, not your car. Most of the comics didn't have cars at
Yeah.
that point. Freddie didn't have a car when he was first doing it. He would drive the van and her limo. He drove her around in the limo for a long time.
Whatever happened to her?
Mitzi Shore. Mitz, I
She
don't
was
know how we
hanging
got
out.
past. Mitz,
No.
it wasn't me.
I love man. Whenever, especially before I worked here, and then especially whenever I first started working here, and definitely during the pandemic, Comedy Store through and through.
I wonder what kind, like if Mitzi was here, because she would like you for sure.
That's nice to hear.
She would, right? Because she's got a nice he's nice.
But she'd be like, nah,
Where are you from?
You wear a cowboy hat now. and like
you're
that kind of
from
thing.
No, she wouldn't mind
Jackie
that.
Banana me.
No.
I'm telling you, I listen to a lot of Comedy Store
Yeah, but
podcasts.
you know what? You hear one story like that. The only other guy, Larry,
She
Larry
did it.
made it. Larry, who was the guy?
She tried to make Maz wear a turban.
Okay, yeah. Well,
She tried to
that
do
was
a
a
lot
great
of-
idea.
Were you around here at all? Dan Whitney, whichever.
Yeah.
Were you around? Either of you around when he was here before he was Larry the Cable Guy?
Was he here?
Yeah, that's what I would. From what I've
believe
been
it.
told.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's
know.
a regular or not. I heard he was a door guy back in the day.
I know Dom
Who's-
Irera and him are friends, but I've never
Interesting.
met him.
Who was the doorman that was here forever? Harris Pete.
Harris Pete, yeah.
Harris Pete talked about Jim Varney a lot.
That's his favorite.
Jim Varney was a great man.
Obsessed.
I've heard people say Jim Varney killed really hard, and I've also heard a few people say the best comedy set they've ever seen was Charles Fleischer, one time at the Improv, and they said it was the craziest thing they've ever seen.
Oh, God.
Which I haven't seen. I saw him around one time, and it was.
I'm not going to say he's not talented, but it gets
I
annoying.
had just started here, and I was sitting in the office doing something, and he came into the office, Charles Fleischer, and was like, I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, cool, man, Roger Rabbit, you know? And he goes, yeah, you seen Adam? And I was like, oh, no. I was like, oh, no, I haven't seen. I don't remember if I had seen him at all that night, but I was like, he ain't around, buddy. He ain't.
Nobody knows who Adam is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked because the older guys coming back when Adam was here, it was so hard.
Yeah, of course. It's a fucking
And they just
brutal.
see that it's packed and they're like, oh, I should.
And I'm back. Yeah, and I'm here, so I should.
You know, I was passed. There should be like a rule. Not that now that you got passed, we set a rule after a certain amount of years. You can't. If you're not still
Active
because a
in
lot
the
of-
club.
Active, like a lot of people go away, quit, whatever they
course,
do.
yeah.
I don't know. Even if it's going on the road and they just stop coming, and then they have no. Well, now it's social media presence, things
Yeah.
like that. You have no idea who or where this person came from.
Yeah.
They have no.
It would be
relevance
cool
in
to see some
comedy.
of those people, though. It would be really cool to see, like,
Well, they've
I
got
know a
people
lot
like
of them
Mike
were
Binder
fucking
came back.
hilarious.
yeah, he's a good guy, a great person. It would be cool to see like someone like Willie Tyler and Lester.
By the way,
in
do you-
between like Bobby and like Santino. Like,
I've
would
seen
be,
it.
Do
that
you
would be cool.
have
Maybe not
any
Santino, but
idea
Bobby Lee.
how big those two were?
Gigantic.
Willie Tyler and Lester?
Willie Tyler and Lester were regulars on Laughing. And
Which at the
Laughing was
big-
the
that's like the big-
biggest
yeah.
comedy there was going
know-
at the time.
I had them on the podcast, and
Them.
I have to say them. So I guess I put a picture up online, like on my social media, and Sebastian screenshot it, and he went, "Why does he have headphones on?"
That's so
What's going on with these headphones?
Truly,
These
though,
He
open-toed
did have
shoes.
headphones.
At the
on.
50th anniversary, they did like the step and repeat in the original room. So they have a big background. People
Yeah.
can like take pictures, do all the thing they want to do in there. And it was packed in the original.
Keep going.
It was packed in the original room, like completely packed.
I'm unplugged. Piece of shit.
Yeah, it's like Nirvana. It was packed in the original room with people ready to do the step and repeat. It's like wall to wall, people standing, all this, like that. And I walk in and I go, oh, fuck, that's fucking Willie Tyler. It's like, I don't know him, but I see his headshot and I know he
Yeah.
was big. And I'm like, in my head, I was like, wow, that's fucking
I
Willie.
don't bet you most guys here don't know who Willie Tyler
No,
and
but
Lester
I'm a
were.
fucking
Nerd.
I'm a legitimate dork.
Comedy nerd.
Like comedy nerd, but especially like comedy store nerd. Like
Interesting.
I can really fucking.
What got you to be a store nerd?
I really don't know. And it definitely didn't help whenever I got hired here that I was like, now I'm fucking like, I really wanted to be like in it. And then I was like, finally like in it. And I was like,
Now you're like, oh, this is not.
yeah, no, everything I truly do love this place more than anything, but it's
Well,
like,
what are some of the things you'd like to know about? Things that maybe maybe we can tell you something.
but, that's actually a good question.
I don't
will,
know.
I'll
He's-
hit you with that. But then in the original room, wall to wall, I see Willie Tyler and I'm like, whoa, people are talking, people are this.
And this is during the 50th.
The 50th anniversary. And then Willie Tyler bends down. You don't see him. He's over by one of the booths. And he pulls out Lester out of the thing and turns around and has Lester. And I'm not even fucking around. The entire place went silent. Everybody was like, holy fuck.
He hasn't
They're
aged.
both here.
Yeah.
It was yeah, Lester's still the same. That's what I like about Lester. I keep getting older, he stays the same age. But he turns around and
does
has
he say
Lester.
that?
No, that's what he turns around and truly the whole room goes fucking silent. And then from then on in the party, every single person is like, Willie, if it's okay, we would really like to get a picture with you.
Of course,
All the door guys
A
are here.
lot
We
of
got
respect, a lot
People
of-
went fucking nuts.
It was exciting to
It was
interview
nuts.
him.
It's
He's
like-
got a bizarro,
Yeah,
insane.
You know, it was kinda
he was on
Scroll.
Motown Records.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
we talked about all that. But he's the sweetest guy. But there are times like those people. Willie stayed working.
Yeah.
And Don Barris used to do that to me all the time. He used to call me and go, "You know who I miss?" And I'm like, "Who?" And he's like, "Lester." I wish he would just call more. And he would just do this whole stupid thing.
I always
But
wondered if he
everybody
ever
always talked about
forgot Lester. Imagine you get off the bus and you're like, "Fuck, I forgot
No, it's
Lester."
like when Duncan Trussell had Little Hobo and somebody stole him.
Did he?
Remember they stole Little Hobo? That was Andrew's favorite.
I gotta tell
Little
you
Hobo
this.
is the best. He got a new one though.
The Armenian comedian, God rest his soul, died this past Friday.
This is a tribute to the Armenian.
He's
entire
not, no,
episode.
but it's a story because I told him he should start becoming a ventriloquist.
The Armenian
Then-
comedian?
yes.
Oh my God, that would be glorious.
Because he would he would do the mouthing, but he would talk normal. But when he would talk as the person talking to the puppet's name was Nick, and when he talked to Nick, "Hey Nick, how are you? I'm doing perfectly all right, Armenian comedian. How are you?" But that got on Kimmel because when Kimmel started, they had to have some people would cancel at the last second.
So they had to have their Armenian comedian ready to-
They had to have
Oh, my
somebody that was there.
God.
So they paid him every night, and he was there for the first couple of weeks. He was there almost every day.
That was
And there
he was signed up for Fallouts.
Yeah, it was kinda like a
so you're
Yeah.
saying that the Armenian comedian has been on Kimmel? He
Tons
has
of times.
better credits
Yeah,
than me?
Yeah.
And the crazy thing, one of my favorite moments ever was Snoop Dogg was the co-host the first week. And believe it or not, it's true. The guy smokes weed.
No.
Yeah. So him and Don Barris hit it off pretty
okay,
well.
that's not cool to say.
What, man?
Okay.
Sorry, I
So-
forgot you're an employee of the ABC Corporation.
So he is
all entities, including all tied to the ABC Corporation, have
Okay,
no thing to
please.
do with Don Barris. Sorry.
All right. So anyway, he's on there, and he is.
Giving you a disclaimer.
I was trying to help.
He is. So they bring out the Armenian comedian. Adam Carolla is also there. So he's coming out. Hey Nick. Hey Nick, how are you? And I mean, Snoop Dogg couldn't. He was beating the couch. He was beating the couch. And then after the show, he brings the Armenian comedian back, and Sam said, "That's the highest I've ever been in my life." But during his performance, Carolla comes over, rips him out. They also had a woman that was giving lessons on cooking with a fry.
An air fryer?
No, not an air fryer, the actual fryer.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And so
Like a deep fryer
a
thing?
deep fryer,
Oh,
and
okay.
she's showing people how to cook French fries and all that kind of stuff. And then, so at one point, Carolla comes over and takes the doll and puts it in the deep fryer.
Did Jimmy shout out the Armenian comedian and all this week?
I think he did.
That's nice.
I think he did. And
Well, if he's been on the show
he was on the show
multiple
a
times.
bunch. And Jimmy was the guy that introduced me to him to bring him on the Ding Dong Show because he said, "You're going to love this guy." And I went and saw him. At the time, he was wearing a toupee. And I took his toupee
The
and I put
hairdresser wearing a toupee.
Yeah.
That was great.
and he had the greatest story. He would, at one point, I would wash the woman's hair and I'm rubbing my dick against their arm. I thought, wow. And then I would always say, "And where are you working now?" And he'd give the name, and I go, "What's the phone number there?"
And he would give it out?
And he'd
Oh
always
my
give it
God.
out. Yeah.
On TV? No.
Everywhere he was, but he wasn't on TV during the Ding Dong Show.
Did he do a lot of the public access shows with you?
No.
No, he came later.
Yeah, because I think during public access, that was mainly a time for Perry.
I know. I remember.
Oh yeah, and you ripped that guy's heart apart.
You know what? Let's
Perry-
go on to
well,
the
oh,
second
wait.
next subject.
Next subject. Was there a
Perry.
chance that you were going to be Mrs.
Perry.
Caravello?
No, what she did is that
I was Mole's wife.
Perry couldn't.
Oh,
Perry
wow.
could not
Girlfriend.
come to one of these shows, and because he was waiting at home for this
I did
person
it
from a
again?
commercial
Oh.
agent.
So, go
When I
ahead.
first started working here was whenever you guys had, not just that, like it was a little bit after I started working here, when you had the Mole versus Perry debate.
The best.
And Mole showed up, and I was working out the front. And I went, hey, what's up, man? And he goes, hey, and I was like, how's it going? And he goes, good. And then we look at each other for a second. He goes, do you know who I am? And I said, I very much do know who you are. And he was like, okay, cool. And then he just took off and went and did whatever in the back. But that was the night that Holtzman threw the. There's a picture I gotta find somewhere. But that was the night that Holtzman threw the shoe at Perry.
Oh,
and then
yes.
there's a very.
I
funny-
was on that show.
There was
yeah,
a very
Danish and
funny
O'Neill were
picture
on that show.
where Holtzman is going towards Perry, and I have my arms around Holtzman like this because I was working in the room at the time, and I was like, all I can contribute here is pretending this is real, and that I'm really trying to stop Holtzman from doing it.
What do you mean
So-
it's
what
not
was
real?
Holtzman-
I have my arms around
What was he
Holtzman like
dressed
this.
as? Remember, he was.
He was dressed like a cop.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
it.
And he came up. I didn't come all the way from to be lied to.
Yeah. So there's a picture somewhere. I have my arms around
Temecula
Holtzman,
or something
and I look like
crazy.
I'm pulling him back. And there's Don. You can see on the bottom. You're laying on your stomach. and You have your arm up like you're like trying to get out from the bottom of this pile. It's
probably
very-
was.
Yeah, it's
Danish and
very
O'Neill
funny.
were dressed as cops too, or something.
No,
weren't
they
they?
were strippers. There's somebody with strippers.
They worked for. What was it?
Oh, but they were in suits or something.
No, they had,
Oh, I know they had costumes. They have so many goddamn costumes. It's ridiculous. I can't remember what they were either.
They were
I
part of
can't
the-
believe you were here for that.
I had just started. But I was like, how can I contribute?
So
In
that
my
was
head,
in-
I was like, how can I contribute? And I was like, here's what I could do. I could pretend
Because
to
during
break this up
when
completely.
we did the pilot for the Big Three,
Okay.
we had on there Perry he had been banned from the system, which is who controls who gets to perform. And I think that why can't I think of his name? He's such a good guy. Asian guy that had his own show on TBS.
Oh, and he was part of the Ding Dong Show? I mean, part of that thing?
Oh, he had his own show. I think it was even named after him.
Eddie Huang,
No, funny
Ken
guy.
Jong.
No.
I love
Bobby
going
Lee.
through all
Yeah,
the Asians,
that's all I got.
Okay. Ali Wong?
No, he was kind of a...
No, I vaguely remember it, but
Anyway, he had a show on, and he had called me up, and he said, hey, Don, we're such fans of Windy City Heat, everyone on this cast. I wanted to ask you if it'd be cool if we had Perry on as an extra for our final show, because he's probably not going to be picked up. And I said, yeah, but I need you to come in because he's going to a system hearing to try and get his status back.
is it because I kicked him out of that system?
Mike Judge was the judge.
Oh, Mike Judge,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they had Kimmel and Johnny Knoxville. Everybody's coming in blindfolded because nobody was supposed to know where their offices were.
Yeah. I had seen Windy City Heat before I ever worked here. And I remember I had broken my foot playing Comedians League softball. No big deal.
It is not a big deal at all. You're
But
right.
I had like a run of shows that weekend, and I like really needed to do them to pay my rent. So I before I get my foot in a cast, it's in this like awful bandage. It's the size of a football. And I was like, I have to go do these shows. And we're sitting at a friend of mine's house like outside of San Luis Obispo, and I'm knocked crazy on Vicodin.
Nice.
From like the doctors, whatever, and we sit down, and then my friend put Windy City Heat on the TV on YouTube, and I've taken a lot of Vicodin for my foot at this point, and truly was laughing so hard that my foot was throbbing. The first time, I've seen it more, but the first time I ever saw it, I was whacked out of my mind on Vicodin, and I was like, these people are crazy. This is awesome. I'm just laughing so hard that my foot was throbbing.
He was he got a lot of girls.
The Asian guy?
Yeah.
Steve Byrne?
Steve Byrne.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
And so I
He
said,
got a lot of girls.
That wasn't what jarred my memory. I was just trying to think
Yeah.
about TBS.
but what he did, which
That's
was great,
right, I forgot
he
the
brings him on as an extra. And Perry's the worst extra in the world because he's looking at the camera the entire time.
He's like this, fixing
Yeah.
his hair.
And
Perry's
he,
the worst person.
I
FYI.
said, can you
Everything-
do me a favor? Can you call him over and say, hey, I know what the system's doing to you, and I don't think it's fair. And then just leave it. And then so he comes on there, and Dennis and O'Neill, who work for the system,
That's right. That's right.
they brought him in, and they said, we got one last person, Judge Mike, that you have to see. And it was Steve Byrne beating the... Like bruises everywhere. They're pouring gas on him. And Mike Judge, no, we're not going to do that. His punishment is he has to remain on cable television the rest of his life.
It was Mike Judge?
It was Mike Judge,
That's so funny. That's always nice to hear whenever there's people like that, like Mike Judge, who are down
Into
to
things like that,
into
like
things
fun.
like that,
Oh, he-
into having a
Because
fun
it's a
time.
really fun show.
But if you understand it,
Yeah.
it's the funnest thing of all time.
He was such a fucking cool guy.
Yeah.
I was embarrassed to even ask him if he wanted to do it. But he came down there. He got there an hour before anybody else came there.
Yeah.
He was waiting in this fucking warehouse. It was just,
I love it.
oh, but he's such a great guy.
Yeah, that's
Anything
awesome.
he's ever done, I would support just because he's the coolest.
But also, he makes great shit.
Oh,
I mean,
everything he
he's
does.
phenomenal. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, Mike Judge. I just remember that. Now, I always played Mole's girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
In the show, like when I was waiting tables.
Yeah.
I would just come up to the belly room, the heaviest foot,
Yeah.
and then he'd be like, "Eleanor," and we just yell at each other
Yeah.
and do some dumb shit. And I was the dumb girl who was kind of
But
Mole's
you know
girlfriend.
love
what?
with Mole.
We
Ma.
made you. But you originally did that with me because I would
yeah.
chase you down at the club, and every time, hey Eleanor, come here, and I'd jump on you and I'd start humping.
And I would just go,
And there was the crazy. I just remember one time. There's a circle of people cheering him on.
Well, this place, I don't know what exactly.
it incites
Of course,
insanity.
but it's like if you're
It's
somebody,
not the same.
if you're somebody
No.
on the outside,
It turned corporate, and then now it's getting a little.
Yeah.
It
It's-
wants to go back. It's like
since I've been around, I was here for like a little bit before the shooting, not that long.
the pandemic made its muscle memory go back to the crazy times.
After the pandemic, it's been like
Different.
very different, very fun, very easy.
I don't
Not
think it's
as-
as fun as it used to be.
It's definitely not as fun as it because it's not super corporate like it felt
yeah,
when
there was a corporate time, yeah,
it was
no,
uncomfortable.
when was the corporate time?
probably
When the whole time Adam and Eric were here.
17 to
Really?
2019.
For the most part. I
Seven-
mean, we still had our little fun, but for the most part, it was packed all the time.
Yeah, but they
You
had
couldn't,
big
like-
names that they were putting up there.
Sure,
so-
but we couldn't do what we were doing.
We could. I didn't stop. I still got to go
I
up
feel
at
like
the end
now
of
it's
the night.
packed again, but it's also,
But it's not packed like it once was.
of course not. But it's
No.
it's most of the shows are sold out,
yeah.
but also there's kind of more of a little freedom to move about a little bit. That's like and
That's
more
how
fun
I feel.
can be had.
That's how I feel. I feel like the staff has more fun.
Yeah.
It's not as like.
But also, this is the nicest the Comedy Store has ever been. This is the first time
Ooh, that's
that the
interesting.
whenever I first started here, there were people who worked here, and I won't say whatever who, but
you can say their names.
there were mean
Give
people,
their names.
mean people who worked here.
Well, see, so that's
scary people who worked here.
That's the thing with the people that work the door.
Yeah.
Not so much the bar staff because they don't really want to. Most of them don't want to do stand up.
Yeah.
At least we weren't supposed to.
And then who broke that right out?
Punky
Josh Martin.
Johnson. Oh.
Josh Martin.
Josh
Wiz was a
Martin.
bitch.
But so what I'm saying is like the door people. They were like we have the keys to the kingdom.
Yeah.
So fuck you. We work in the Comedy Store, and they would be nasty to people. And I'm
Yeah.
talking like even 15 years ago. They would be nasty.
I mean, when I started here, there
doing
was
comedy,
some-
I noticed that. I never noticed it before because
Yeah.
I just didn't pay attention. I was waiting tables. I didn't give a fuck, and I didn't want to be a comic. But other comics would come to me and be like, "Hey, I went to the store and they told me never come back." And I go, "Who?" And then they'll tell me who, and I'm like, that's the door guy.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't this person or that person. Like, no. One time somebody said, I got banned. I go, who banned you? And it was 2 door guys that told them they were banned.
But it's like,
and
you
they
should
never
be,
came back.
You should be. Whenever I first came here and like when I did 2 bringer shows here, I was like, I'm a fucking man. I was an 18-year-old
Right.
idiot. And when I came back when I was like 22, 23, I was like,
You're experienced in life.
yeah, I'd learned a lot of, but
Your frontal lobe have
I
developed.
understood
Yeah.
kind of the lay of things, and I was very much like, I don't want to be in anybody's way. I want to just mind my own business. I have my
Stay
friends
out of
here
it.
and there. I want to just kind of move about whatever, because I was like, now I'm completely terrified of this place. And you should, if you come here and you're not like whatever, you should have at least a 1% tinge of like, fuck,
You know
what is
what?
there should be some kind of
still
nervousness
have
to it.
Nightmares
About
over
this
how
book?
scary Mitzi used to be.
I believe that.
And I'll tell you this: there's a couple times in my life that I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy."
Got the Comedy Store in her 40s.
What is happening here?
Live from the top.
Mitzi just popped up on the screen.
Whoa!
You did that on purpose.
That's weird. She hears you, Don.
But I never say anything bad about her. I can tell you
Mitzi's
this:
here all the time. It's
the
just,
time that I went through.
Oh, don't tell me that. I saw you tell a girl to put on a green wig and she'd be funnier.
That was different.
oh, that was different, Leroy. That's what she used to call Arsenio. And
Leroy?
she was like, she tell the door guys to put, when he came back and he was working here, she goes, go tell the door guys they got to put Leroy's back on the marquee. And they put it up there and he pulled up and he was like, oh, God. She wanted him to change his name to Leroy. So don't pretend like she didn't tell people weird shit.
Oh, she did.
Oh,
I've never said she
crazy
did.
shit.
But for me, I went
Not
through
you,
Don
German.
when I lived in my car, I did everything to stay around. And what kept me going was one time Mitzi said to me in the back, because she had heard me in the ballet room, she goes, were you on that ballet room stage last night? And I didn't know how to answer because I didn't want to lie to her, but I didn't want to. I thought she don't do it anymore. But
Like you weren't supposed to be.
Supposed to do the belly room?
But I told her that I was.
Oh, everything was run by Mitzi.
Oh,
But
I
you
mean,
weren't supposed to do the belly room,
well, there was. You had to be on the list to get up there.
and you weren't any kind of paid or
I took
unpaid regular
over.
then.
No, I was a non-paid regular, and I would take
Technically,
over.
Don never got passed, but we're not going to bring that up.
Yeah, because just one day I would never go in
Holtzman
front of her.
discovered it.
Holtzman discovered you, or Holtzman
No,
discovered
Holtzman-
that you never got
No,
passed?
I was. If
This
there's
is
anything,
breaking news.
If there's anything, I helped Holtzman get in because he was part of my show. When I had
He never
the-
got passed.
Is it true that Holtzman was a dog catcher?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's unbelievable. But please go.
he did get fired from that. Right?
But wait,
Hey, they want me to leave. They want me to leave. Do they? That's
how
scary.
did you? What do you mean you never got passed?
Because
I don't want to.
I
I mean, I hope this doesn't mess up your spots or anything.
Oh, we
I
already
was
outed
afraid
it.
to be in front of Mitzi.
Yeah.
I was always scared to death. And so one day she goes, okay, you're a paid regular. I go,
Really?
but I didn't. Yeah. So she said, yeah, you're going to get spots.
So you just didn't showcase.
Nobody
just
was
never
around, though.
showcased.
That's happened to a lot of people. I feel like.
I don't know if that's happened to a lot
Not
of
saying
people.
not like not to minimize your thing.
No, I'm not trying to
Yeah.
act like I did something amazing. I was
I'm
scared
going to
to
say
death
he's
of
the
her.
only one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Bobby Lee was scared to death of her too.
Oh.
I
Always.
mean, that's what all anybody said is that if she showed up, some people, I mean, probably idiots, were like, now it's time for me to go on because I'm a superstar. And then they would bomb. And then other people who probably were smarter would just leave immediately.
Yeah.
Well, also like the door guys, like you guys door people, because now it's everybody.
No, it's still door guys. All the female door guys
Go by
are
door guys? Okay, cool.
And then all of the male waiters are waitresses. That's
I always
that's
do
the
that.
agreement.
That
I think
one
that's
I
the
always
balance.
do. But the door guys, Mitzi would come in, right, and she would go, I want to see all the employees.
Can I just
And
say
she would fire
something?
people?
Oh, absolutely.
They should do that.
I said that a million times. There's people who have been here too long.
I love all the door guys, but there should be a
If
constant.
she
You should have to
didn't s-
constantly.
If she didn't see a growth in your stand-up, she got rid of you.
Right. And sometimes she would make people paid regular so she just never was bothered by them
Yeah,
again.
I've
Or
heard that.
Only one unpaid that I know of. Or, I'm sorry, that she made a paid regular
And then
and
demoted?
then unmade a paid regular. It was a comic. He was one of those idiots that was like, I should be getting better spots. She goes,
Those
oh,
people are
yeah.
missing something in their brain.
And he's in her ear, like, I should be getting better spot. And she goes, okay. Okay, well, you'll just come back in and re-showcase. And he did, and he bombed so hard.
Who was this person?
I
Peter
don't
Chen.
want to say his name because I don't think he's
I
still
can tell.
doing
I can
stand-up.
say it. Brian Holtzman was his name.
I think he quit and became a teacher, maybe. I don't know, but I've never seen him
Jason
again.
Galern.
Nah, the best. Galern's the best. Mitzi loved Dirty Galern, the best.
Wait, so I have a question for you guys. I mean,
Oh, who's this?
Oh, hey, a caller coming in off the-
Caller in the back, or a question in the
I have a
back.
question in the back. If Peter or whoever's in charge came and said we're going to start re-showcasing people,
It's a good
would
idea.
you? I think it's a great
great
idea.
I think it's a
idea.
great idea.
You guys would be for it?
I would be
love it.
for it. Only because, like, here's the thing, like, especially the staff, like, because they get stuck here, and then they're staying and staying and staying, and
They
they're
do the
not.
same thing
It's
over
a
and over
disservice
again,
to
and
them.
It absolutely is.
And then also with, like, I just did the Monday nights again. Like, I haven't hosted in a
MC.
long time, and I was emceeing, whatever, hosting. And when you're, a lot of the comics that came and sign up, it's like they're getting on the list, and they haven't been here in years, and they don't really work here. But they get to sign up because they
every
got passed
Monday's the- yeah.
25 years ago.
That's the
30
thing
years.
is that
You know
Monday,
what? And
no
there's-
matter what, you can
And
always
it sucks
come back on
they're
Mondays.
nice people. I'm not just saying anything bad. I'm just saying it's preventing you guys or somebody
but there
new
are
to get them.
people that are coming in that were passed 25 years ago.
But also-
that never get spotted.
Never.
The worst thing
And
anybody
then-
can say about you
but
is
they-
that you're a nice person.
but
Because that's the
they
only
come
thing
up
they're
and
saying.
get fallouts.
Yeah.
And they're on
And
the
that's
fallout.
not good. And they haven't, like, there was one comic that said to me, and it's a female comic, and she goes, oh, I want to come back. And I go, oh,
Good luck.
wow. Okay. I thought you stopped doing stand up.
Yeah.
Like that. I haven't seen her. I've been doing stand up 16
And they
years.
probably did.
And I
stop
was
doing
waiting
stand-up.
tables here for 12 years. So I'll be dead within the hour. But I'm saying this. I was here for a long time. So even when I was waiting tables in the middle of it, she wasn't getting spots. And now we're, 25 years later, and she's going, I'm back.
There are certain people that have
hard.
a certain arrogance or a certain air of expectation where it's like,
But just because you got passed that many years ago, you have to re-showcase. You have to
You should, yeah.
You have to re-showcase to get your because nobody knows who you are. You have no social media presence. You have no comedy world person knows you.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Because
I mean, I've
those
been a
guys
paid
on
regular for
TikTok-
3 weeks, and I really have a lot of
Is it
stuff to
3
say.
weeks?
Technically, April 7th is when it went public, so that's what, a week and a half ago.
Oh, that's
But
right,
I found
because
out
you got
March
made up-
24th.
You got made a paid, and you did my show on the 26th.
Yeah.
My special was on the 26th.
Yeah, that was a Sunday. I got passed on Friday, but I
Exciting.
didn't get to say anything to publicly for 2 weeks.
That's another bullshit thing, showcasing on a Friday night.
Oh no,
and
no,
like
I showcased on a
good-
Wednesday.
Or whatever. I mean, a weeknight.
Oh yeah,
No, I don't like that.
What should they do?
Monday.
Why Monday?
I would love to.
Hey, what the fuck, man?
When
We're
did
having a
Mitzi?
conversation.
When did Mitzi have her showcases?
I used to run her
When
showcases.
did Mitzi have her showcases?
Mondays.
That's right, and Sundays. And the host brought you up, and the host made it
Hard.
easy,
Oh,
hard,
gotcha.
sometimes hard, depend on who it was. Dom would do the showcases.
I do it from 6 until.
Oh my God! All the
2
way
in the
till
morning.
2, 3 in the morning. I was here all night with him. I knew all the comics, even the
And
homeless
I would
ones.
go there and I would go get high with Holtzman and I have Freddie Soto take over as the MC.
Yeah. And I remember we had this piano guy, Steve Moore, God rest his soul, and the light was out. Do you remember that? And he'd have to, every 3 minutes after every comic, turn the light off, get back down, play them off, get back up, turn it on, get back up.
By
he
the
was
way,
like,
I
I'm going
wanna
to
say
kill
one thing.
myself.
that was before the light was in the booth.
No, it wasn't connected. It wasn't
I see, I
working.
see, I
So
see.
he had to do it manually.
We were talking the other night about this. but
You
in-
couldn't get farther from the mic a
But
second
you could
ago.
take
Yeah,
it
yeah.
with you.
Okay, well, again, it's like amazing.
not trying to slight
I
you,
don't know
Don,
if
sorry.
you have ever had that. What's that pinched nerve I have? sciatic nerve, and so it's hurting, so it feels better.
Someone's
when I
coming
lay
down
There you
here
go,
to
but you
deliver.
could just
Trouble is on the way.
you could just
Deliver
hold
news.
it like this.
Who is it?
Oh, you said no, sir. Goodbye. Get out. We don't need you.
Your name's been mentioned
Brian,
a few
Brian,
times.
I don't want any trouble, Mr. Holtzman.
Brian, can I ask you a
can I-
Thank you
question?
for your service.
Brian, can I ask you a question?
Can I edit it?
Come on over.
I'm gonna do it.
Hey, I'm working in there. We're moving pretty quick
He's
in there.
on
It
in the
seems.
vein. He's the last one.
Yeah.
You're
It
just
seems like
about
those guys really got it under control in there, huh?
They did okay with
Yeah.
that.
I've been working this entire time.
He's on the clock.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
great. That, by the way, I used to have nightmares about working here, like, because I was like, oh, I haven't been in the room in so
Because
long.
you've
yeah.
been with so many guys.
But I would be gone for a long time.
Yeah.
Sometimes we would go smoke, or
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't smoke weed, but I would smoke cigarettes, and I would fuck around. I'd be like, oh my
course.
god, I haven't been in my section in like hours, and it was crazy.
Hey,
That's
can
still
I-
But no
happening
one was
today.
watching.
Can we
No one
talk
was
about
Especially with
something
service,
that
but
it's
I'm
never talked
I go
about?
in and I'm
But it
I'm
shows a
all over.
lot about Holtzman. And
Yeah, that he didn't know he was next.
no, I'm talking about during the old days. There was a
Oh, the
time.
whole days.
There was a time.
So many great
that there was
Holtzies.
I used to work at a place, a female mud wrestling place,
I've heard
Tropicana.
this, yeah.
and
I've
there
heard
was a
you worked at female
girl
mud wrestling.
that said to me, "Who would I have to fuck to get in the Comedy Store?" And I told her Holtzman. So she started fucking Holtzman. And
Always
it-
funny. Her
and it-
showcase was brilliant.
And
Best showcase I ever saw.
it really was fantastic.
As I was
And
putting drinks down, I
everybody
was like-
hated her because she just was this big-titted monster.
Giant. Best tipper. Greatest tipper.
Nice girl, really was nice. And she goes, "Oh, so this Holtzman guy, I want to meet him." She came and she would, maybe something I laughed, the hardest I've ever laughed was when I was walking with Holtzman, this girl, and maybe Mary Jane were walking in front of the Comedy Store. She pulls down her pants and starts pissing. And Holtzman, not in front of the fellas. Come on. I just was in tears because Holtzman was so funny around with this girl because
She was wild.
Did she get past?
No.
Oh, no. I'll do the impression of Mitzi. What the fuck is that? Jesus Christ. She lost. I thought
So
her
somebody
head was
could get on a
gonna
showcase back then just through
Recommended by a
recommendation.
comic.
That's
Gotcha.
the only way you could get on.
Yeah.
It still is kind of that way.
I mean, even if you're recommended, you gotta now to even get a showcase. It's
They say, people complain. They're like, my agent called, and I'm like, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
but it is
But that's
supposed
necessary.
to be.
There should be at least one place that's not how it works. You know, like there should be somewhere.
It doesn't work that way at the cellar in New York. You have to go through.
I mean,
a
there was a
comic.
guy who I think is very funny who was on one of the showcase. He was one of the people that showcased last time, and he was one of the people that did not get past.
Who?
I don't want to say his name, but he's very, very funny. He's
Yeah.
You've said nothing
SNL, all this different stuff. But then last night he had to do. I was hosting in the main room, and he was one of the development spots. So it's a 5-minute spot, and his spot was the cold open spot, and he was freaked out, and he's like, "Oh, I don't even, the classic. I don't even know how to do 5 minutes. Like
It's
that,
hard.
that kind of thing."
Yeah.
And then was really having a rough time of like,
Is he a headliner?
yeah.
So that's why
He's he's very funny comedian.
because to cinch
was
it
on
down
SNL?
to 5
Not
minutes.
for long, but it's like that is a necessary thing you have to do. Is the
Absolutely.
5-minute development spot. Like he's very funny.
I believe you. I know
Who's the
exactly
guy
who you're
that-
talking about.
Who's the guy that did the news on SNL? Maybe still does.
Michael Che.
Michael Che's hilarious. Colin
Jost.
Colin?
Michael Che's a black guy. Yeah, he's very funny.
Yeah, I've
So is
watched him.
Colin's
and-
good too. I
Colin,
love Michael.
both very
But
funny.
one night I'm here and I'm performing. I was doing okay that night, and he walks on stage.
Michael Che?
Yeah,
I love
go,
that.
Who are you? And I go, "Why don't you get off?" He goes, "You don't know me?" And I go, "No, I don't." And I have felt bad ever since because I've seen those things that he does on those reels.
Yeah.
He's a funny damn
He's very
guy.
funny.
Yeah.
But he was. What's he? What?
Was it just because he was black you did that?
What did no? Hey, call the police. What did you? What did? Why did he walk on stage?
Because I think I was doing well, and he wanted to be part of it.
He was
Like,
he
have
enjoyed your
fun.
comedy.
I don't
He
know
wanted
if
to be
he
a part of
enjoyed
it?
it. I just know he walked up
He's
on
a fun.
stage.
Yeah,
He's
he is more of a, like a banter. He would have a
he
like
would
a
love it. I
fun.
think
And
he,
I didn't know who it was.
I think he's a fun guy. I think he likes the sauce.
I was
you know,
kind
I
of a
think he
dick. I
has
think
a
I
good
was a
time.
dick to him.
You should get the fuck out of here.
I didn't
you
say
turned
that,
into
but I wasn't nice.
Gran Torino.
I wasn't.
My dad. That's a documentary about my dad. But he's really funny. We work together a lot at the Cellar. He's always there.
Is he really?
Well, because even when he's working like SNL, he'll just late at night he'll just show up. And
Yeah, he goes on last, does human pyramid,
Yeah, he
spits in the crowd's mouth.
That's so weird. What if you saw that on SNL and
Imagine.
Michael Che was running it? He's at the top. Or
Imagine,
no,
he does-
he's on the bottom because Don's
Yeah.
always on the bottom.
I'll tell you
Don's
something.
a
Don's the
bottom.
bass.
There is.
It's
a
always
gu-
impressive when you're the bass. I'm thoroughly
There is
impressed.
a guy that I'm not going to say his name.
Hold on.
But-
I'm so sorry. I can hear Rick Ingram on stage right now upstairs.
Yeah.
What a piece of
Piece of shit. He couldn't get here till 10:30.
Come down to the
10:40.
basement with the rest of us.
He was
And
like, I'm not going to be able to get there till late.
I know the cadence alone.
You can hear him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Motherfucker.
Speaking of Rick Ingram and the showcases, they got off easy this year.
Oh, yeah. Usually
Last
Rick.
last year somebody had to follow Rick. This year I got to bring up Rick. Nice, easy.
Every night
even
last year.
before, with like if it was on a Monday, sometimes it'd be Danish and O'Neill that were doing it, and they would fuck with you.
I
And
got
they
lucky.
would fuck
I had a
with
great
you.
showcase spot. It was in the original room. My spot was at 10:05. It went Marin, Luke Schwartz, Dave Waite, and then me, and then I brought up Rick. And I had like really planned like it's 10 minutes, and I knew I was like, let me put 3 things at the end of this, and I can get off on any of these jokes.
Okay.
And then got the light, finished. I had 2 more things left I wanted to do. Got the light, did about another 30 seconds of like finishing that joke, and I was like, I'm fucking out of here.
Right.
I don't want to give this. I'm not. It went very well up to then. And I was like, I'm not gonna do these other 2 jokes and have them. Something happens and they don't go well. So then I gave Rick about a 1.5 minute long intro and then got out of there.
See, I just know I was telling a story. And then
Oh, please, Mr. Barris.
Oh,
Mr.
what
Barris,
was
come
the
on.
story?
Don,
Yeah.
tell us a
All right,
story.
let's hear
about
it.
a guy that I
Michael
didn't-
Che.
No, it wasn't.
Michael Che?
No, it
Yeah, but I
wasn't.
thought you were finished.
No, I was telling you about. I was trying to say it doesn't matter.
No,
I'll just-
Don.
No, we want to
Come on,
hear
I'll
it,
just call
Don. Let
Mary
us hear
Jane.
this.
Don't call Mary
Oh,
Jane.
come on.
Don't
Are you
do it.
calling Mary Jane?
I'm not.
You know who you should call? Holtzman.
Call Holtzman.
While he's on
He-
stage.
hopefully, he picks it up on stage. He may do that. He used to.
Oh, yeah, he'll pick it up.
Don will pick it
Who's
up.
ca-
Don will
who's-
pick it up
who's
on
calling?
stage. We've been having some fun times in the original room lately, Don. Having fun. Call you as your landlord, Mikhail.
I was doing an audition
you
down
know
here.
what? I think he blocked my phone number.
Don't
That's so
stop
funny.
it. That is so funny.
I've been calling Don on stage as his landlord, Mikhail, to tell him that his what?
Yeah,
he
doesn't
blocked
go
your
through.
number because you kept doing this.
Is this his number still?
What is it? Show it to me and I'll read it out loud.
I don't know because
I'm
Don't
tempted to do
you
it, but
dare
I'm
read
terrified.
it.
Holtzman is. I would never want to be on Holtzman's
yeah,
bed,
that's
so
right.
That's so funny.
I'm not.
He might have his phone on
Oh,
airplane mode right now.
No, because you know what?
I
It's
put my
been
phone
for-
on airplane
it's been
mode when
for
I'm on stage.
years
He's
now.
blocked. You know how great that is.
That's a
that Don
very
is
funny
blocked.
joke.
Here, let me call him.
What?
How many heart emojis are after
man.
Brian Holtzman's name in Eleanor's phone?
So many, and also it's all caps.
Oh yeah, see this?
Hey, Ray, it's ringing, no problem. He's gonna answer it.
This is because I don't call anybody.
Go ahead, Eleanor. You're on stage in the main room. What do you want to say?
It's actually not Eleanor. It's Don.
He took my
What do you
phone,
want,
Brian.
Don?
Apparently you
I would have
blocked him.
called him my phone, but you blocked me.
Yeah.
I'm blocked. He answers the phone. Why?
I've been calling Don on stage lately, and he'll go, "Hello." And I'll be like, hello, Mr. Don, it's your landlord, Mikhail. And then I'll tell him his hot water's out and there's nothing we can do about it. And then he'll hang up and I'll call that.
You know, I'm on stage at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, right now.
And then I'll
it's
say,
not
yeah, if he does that, I'll say, well, maybe you cheered up crowd by showing penis to crowd. Or I'll hang up and I'll call back 5 minutes later and be like, water is all fixed. Water is all fixed, Mr. Barris.
What's the thing you did the other night that I liked you
Oh,
talking
we were
to one
laughing
part
really
of the
hard.
room?
I was moving. It was people that were on the front, and I'm moving around different parts of the room, and I'd wait for it to get the quietest it could possibly get, and I pretend I'd be one guy trying to whisper to another guy quietly, and be like, "No, I really wouldn't mind if you chose penis. I mean something," and then just loud enough for everybody in the room to hear it.
That's great. But I was stuck down here. I was doing an audition, like making a tape, and Lenny was helping me.
Lenny
and
who?
the waitress,
Kravitz.
Kravitz, Lenny Kravitz, and I were down here, and they locked us down here. We
Late
couldn't
night?
open the door.
Oh my god!
And we were like, and Lenny goes, I can't get the door open. I'm like, what? And I'm like fixing the tripod and put everything away. So I go, fuck, what are we gonna do? She goes, everybody left. She's calling everybody, and I go, I think Don Barris is on stage. So I called down, hey, Eleanor, I can smell your pussy through the floor. Like such a crowd full of people. I'm like, I'm locked in the basement. Oh, are you? Oh, are you?
Just
like, just no
Please help me.
whatsoever. And he was just like, sorry about that.
I've wanted to apologize to you about that for quite a while, and I'm thinking this gives me a good chance.
It was very funny. Well, I'm excited. You're a paid regular.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
and we had you on the Comedy Store podcast. Now you can be a guest host.
Anytime.
Because-
Wait a minute.
I love the Comedy Store
because Rick,
podcast.
obviously,
Hold
he's
on.
just
So I'm no
kidding.
longer. It's just a one time and out.
No, we
You know what?
rotate
There's
those.
a one-time fling.
We're rotating it.
You want to just be it permanently?
It was sold to me like that.
In your gun
It
bag.
was sold to you like
Your
that?
saddlebag you have there. I love the Comedy Store podcast. It is.
We've had some really fun ones.
Yeah,
Don and Brian. Oh, Don and Sandy Dantos.
Oh, yeah.
Remember you were interviewing Paulie and Rick was doing Argus, and then I was Mitzi, and it was just. But the only problem is Sandy's mic didn't work, or something like that, or Don's, and you couldn't hear him ask the questions, something like that. But I mean, we had so many fun ones. I had Brian as my co-host one time, and I go, who do you want to interview? He goes, I like that Brian Scalaro. I go, okay. So I call Brian Scalaro. Brian comes in. He's like, can I get a drink? I'm like, yes. I give him a drink, And Brian's brother was here.
down here.
Yeah, exactly. Brian's brother was here. And so his brother's just sitting there not saying a word.
On the-
nothing.
right here, on-
Yeah, literally sitting there, hair combed to the side, just looking at people. So Scalaro kept referring to him. He goes, is that one of the Munsters? Is your brother
Holtzman's brother?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he had a brother. I think it's
Oh,
Scalaro's
yeah,
brother.
yeah. I can't think of his name. Why isn't it coming to me? Shit. It'll come to me because
Brian's gonna be
Brian used to give his address out and say send checks to this number that his brother needed money, and his brother would just sit there. Are you calling him? Because he blocked you.
I'm just furious. that
Jay.
you
Who
got
are
you mad
blocked.
at?
His brother Jay. That's it.
Jay
Brother
Holtzman.
Jay.
Who are
Jay
you mad
Holtzman.
at, Barris?
Holtzman for blocking me.
Go in
for
there and give him
years.
the business.
Give him the business.
Go in there and give him the
What
what
year
for.
is
You
it
know,
for you? You
there's
do
a-
have that era about you, like you're elderly but not.
There was a couple
yeah,
times
but
I'm in the
You're an
original
old
room.
soul.
Yeah, I love. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah,
You're into old shit,
yeah,
comics.
definitely old comics.
Yeah.
With
Silliness. I
I
love
would
it.
go in the. I was in the original room, and Brian was really loud, the main room, and I'd take the whole audience.
Yeah. That was when I first started working here, and I would make everybody line up in the hallway, and then I'd say, "Mr. Barris is going to start walking. Everybody follow him at a slow pace. Follow behind him, not too close." Yes.
But you know what?
But things like that would happen when I was waiting tables. Like,
Yeah.
that's funny to go
No,
yell
that's-
at him. Todd used to take people on a tour. Remember that? And there was another comic. He just passed away.
Armenian comedian.
No, not
Sam, yeah.
Brian Bradley. You remember Brian
Did
Bradley?
he just pass away?
Yes.
He was in the car with the
He
Armenian
was
comedian.
Can I tell you this?
He was so fucking funny.
They called him the greatest improv guy ever.
Unbelievable. He used to do that fashion show. Remember that fucking
a
fashion
lot of
show?
that
I would
stuff was stole.
scream.
Was he a store guy?
Yeah, and like a
just
lot of
passed
things
away.
on
I'm pretty tapped in. I'm surprised I've never heard his name.
and Living Color.
A lot
Were
of
from
his
those
stuff.
guys, him and Freddie Asparagus bits.
Oh, yeah. Freddie was great too.
But the Comedy Store is so. I have friends who work at the Improv, and it may as well be the fucking macaroni grill over there.
100%.
As far as working there and like different things, like the way that they have to. Just the way they have to do things and the checks and balances kind of thing of the whole.
Well, they're really corporate.
Very much so.
That's what I mean. That's what's happened here.
Yeah.
And this place wasn't. Like, it's the Improv's fine. It's just it is corporate, obviously. But here was always a fucking.
But it's
Can you
even
explain what
even-
corporate is, though? I
Okay,
think
so
there's different definitions
even
for
now,
corporate.
What the fuck
John,
is
you're
going
very
if
nervous
somebody,
about
if somebody
this.
that I know works there wants to kick somebody out, they got to go to this guy who's got to go to this guy who's got to go to that guy
That's
who's got
right.
to go to the
And
other
everything
guy.
has to
I'll
be-
walk directly up to someone, and if it's like if they're being crazy, I'll be like, "Hey, it's time to get out. It's time for you to get out of here."
They dragged somebody down the steps the other night.
Oh my god, they'll fucking go. It's nuts, but they'll be like usually people are like, oh, what the fuck, whatever. And some people will be like, oh, well, what are you going to do? And I'll always say, well, I'm not going to do nothing, but I'll call a bigger guy in here and he'll fucking pull you out by your ears if that's what you want. And I'm telling like that kind of stuff like that. Somebody will also come in here and smack you upside the fucking head if that's what you're into, but otherwise, let's go out down the hall. And like
So
shit like
good.
that. And if they said that there, they would get fired after the first 2 words of the sentence.
Exactly.
It's like, it's unbelievable.
That's what I mean. And so here is a little more
It's a Wild
free
West.
space. It's a more hippie. It's
We
a
talk
more
about
open.
it on the
No,
Dork.
but when you
The
say it's
inmates
getting
run
more,
the asylum.
when you say it's getting more corporate,
No, it's not getting more corporate right now. It feels like the tides are pushing for it to be as crazy as
Because
when.
I've never worked for a corporation where a homeless guy can walk in, make it to a shower,
Okay.
without being stopped by anybody. I mean,
And who gets blamed
Hey,
for
that's-
that guy
that's-
being
that's
here?
Ernie.
Me.
That's no way to
Ernie,
talk.
Tennessee.
No way to talk about Yorsi. He's not homeless,
My brother in Fallout's Yorsi.
but
we
he
have not
knows.
spoken about that yet. We could save it for the next episode.
He knows where the showers are. I mean, we had comics that would literally sleep in the
Yeah,
parking
live
lot,
here,
take
yeah.
showers. Mac Lindsay used to come out on the main room stage in a row, brushing his teeth, yelling at Dean, and Dean would be like, "Bro,
Yeah.
you can't sleep here." Mac's like, "I'm just getting a shower, man." He's got slippers on. Like,
Yeah.
how relaxed are you?
But we talk
That's
about it on the
amazing.
Doorcast a bunch, the Comedy Store Doorcast, an adjacent podcast.
It is adjacent.
It is an adjacent podcast. But just how, as an adult, adults get scolded here more often than anywhere
Yeah.
else probably. And also, if you do the wrong thing over and over and over here, you can get smacked around.
Yeah.
Like you really
Jeff
can.
Jeff Danish told me that when I was taping my special, that this black guy walked in. He didn't recognize him. He didn't know him like as a comic, but he had like a mask, glasses, and the hat, right? He had the whole shebang going. And he came down the back steps, and Jeff was right. I always want to say by the bathrooms, but they moved it
Yeah.
now. But right at the bottom of the stairs, and so the guy goes, "There's a bag of money in there, and it's missing, and I didn't do it." And Jeff's like, "I'm sorry," and he goes, "I know they're gonna blame me because I'm black," and Jeff was like, "Okay." Cool. And he goes, "There's a bag of money missing, and I didn't take it." And then Jeff goes, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about,"
Yeah.
and he's just trying to watch the show. Like, he was
Yeah.
just there to support me, whatever. And he's like, "I don't work the fucking door. Where's the fucking door guy?" Right.
Yeah.
And he just kept saying it. And he goes, even if you did take it, just take it and fucking run. I don't
Leave
care.
me alone.
So he goes,
Yeah.
"Get out, just get out," right? And then they throw him out. And then Jeff was like, "I'm not going to stand down here anymore." And I told Jeff, I go, "That's rude because I do give bags of money out to my fans."
Yeah.
And he was there for that. And so then he goes, "I'm going to stand like upstairs." And he was standing like in the vestibule there, and so at the top of the stairs,
Yeah.
just trying to watch to ignore the crazies that are just coming in and out. And by the way, we're taping a special,
there's cameras
and
rolling.
there's still cuckoos coming in and out. And so he said he's standing there, and this guy just leans forward and just starts throwing up. He goes, "Is it me? Like, did I do something?" And the guy literally just threw up all over, and he was like, "I'm sorry, I'm fucked up." And Jeff's like, he goes, "I got the door guy and I made him go clean it up because
Yeah.
I'm a fucking cleaning that up again."
There's something.
But he goes, "We did it without even interrupting your show. It was cleaned up and you didn't even notice."
There's something about even like Marin and Bobby I see here where you see like somebody wandering, kind of like looking around, and I've seen Marin and Bobby both do it multiple times. Go bathroom, And they'll go, yeah, and then they'll point to the. It's like,
well, they were door guys.
yeah, it's literally like something in the.
It's in there.
Even whenever I wasn't even working here and I was living in Portland for a year, I would go to the club there and I would see the staff fucking up, and in my head I'd be like, "That's wrong. You're in my head, I'd be like, you're seating that wrong.
You're fucking.
You
this up.
should be seating this in a certain
It
way.
should be
like
this and
you
that.
should go. Like somebody should go talk to that person. Like." Even like the other day, I wasn't even working. I went to a friend of mine was.
Yeah.
A friend of mine was on potluck.
You're gonna lose this job. Go ahead.
Why am I going to lose this job?
You're not even
It's
paying
a good
attention.
job.
I heard everything said.
I was telling the nastiest, most sexual story for the last 5
I
minutes.
know. I've been listening.
Eating pussy.
Yeah.
You've been in
I was
eating
explaining
pussy.
how
His
to do
watch
it.
got caught. Everything.
There you go. But I had to. The mic was fucking up, and I'm over in the corner fixing all the cords and stuff, and fixing it so it works
you're
better.
like,
And I'm
what
like,
am I
I'm not even
doing?
fucking working right now.
Oh yeah.
This
it's
place,
awful.
there's something.
Oh, but you know
It's-
what?
it
Because you
keeps us
care about
down.
it. Because you care about it. It's like
But I don't think that'll ever go away. I
had a friend that constantly will, every time he's around and I'm around, he'll come in and do a character when I'm on stage. I always let him do it because I'm fun with people. He recently blocked me on the phone.
Are you talking about Louis Mosier?
yeah, Louis Mosier.
Louis
comes in.
Mosier. He's the
and one
manager of a Foot Locker in Orange County.
It's always funny.
He blocked you?
Yeah.
Well, why do you get blocked so much? What are you doing to
I
people?
don't
I don't
know.
think I've ever been blocked.
Well, I am. Here, look.
I was gonna say you would have seen that guy throw up, but you had to leave to take a shit. That's what he says to me. I'm sorry I didn't stay. I had to take a shit.
I did. Well, I thought I was done. There was nowhere to sit, and then they apparently needed my services. I was told there was no services needed. I did have to take a shit, and I did leave to go take a shit.
We're neighbors. That's how I know. I can smell it.
Oh, speaking of
Do you
neighbors,
guys live near each other?
Yeah.
yeah, my car got towed this morning from that construction. Went out there really.
No way.
I could tell it's a very boring story, but I could tell the whole story off the thing. But I really gave one of those guys the business, and I did. I called him.
And that white skin. When the business comes,
I
it's
might
good.
have. I was down in the corner, and my girlfriend called. I was 2 apartment buildings away, and my girlfriend called me and said, "Stop yelling at that guy."
23
because I was
Speedo,
down the
man.
street. I may have hit him with a subhuman cocksucker.
Oh, I like
piece.
that.
Yeah, I was really going in. I was
You went
furious.
in.
This morning at 8:45. Not sure if you heard.
No, I 100% didn't hear it. But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, they're
my
real
God.
dicks with that.
I was
What
furious.
part of town do you guys live in?
That's none of your business, Danny.
We
Whatever.
live in Beverly Hills.
Beverly
90210.
Hills.
We live on Rodeo Drive. It's us two and Sebastian are all on the same
Yeah,
street.
we're
In our
neighbors with
$25
Sebastian.
million mansion.
You are not.
Are you setting yourself on fire?
No, I don't know what happened.
happening right now?
Somebody's trying to get hold of me.
No, everyone has blocked you. Okay, thank you guys for listening.
It's been an honor. I love the
Tune
Comedy
in
Store
next
podcast.
week when we have a new guest host.
Are you sure? Is that true?
Maybe Rick will be back, superstar.
Rick will be back.
If he'll come take his mink coat off and come spend some time in the basement.
Do you have a
And
mink
slum
coat
with
now?
us.
He's a real.
No, he was dealing with family stuff, and he wasn't going to be able to get here until late. So I didn't want
Sounds like somebody I know couldn't get here till late.
Yeah, somebody else was late. He's not even paying attention. It doesn't
I
matter.
am paying
He's
attention.
posting.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not
actually
kidding
was
you.
not late. I said I was
I
going to
think
be
we
a
should
little
all
late.
go upstairs and heckle Holtzman,
Louis Mosier.
and let Bruce get fired for not being on the door for an hour
they
and a
can
half.
fire me. I have 2 more days left to work. They can fire me if they want
that
to.
true?
It is true. Saturday's my last day.
They're just like, where's Bruce? He's in the basement.
Hey, I'm doing a podcast.
Are you on the clock? Hell yeah!
I'm a time thief.
Well, all
This is work.
this is making up for all the shaved hours.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, I've shaved some hours. I appreciate this place.
Bro, you can't shave hours.
I'm shaving. I've shaved a lot of hours, and I
Do you
appreciate
have
this place.
social
for it.
media and all that stuff?
Yeah, at Bruce Gray, BruceGrayComedy.com, 429 Bakersfield, California, Temblor Brewing. Buy some tickets. Portland, Oregon, 5/1 through 5/9. We'll see you there.
I love it. 5/1 through
Really?
5/9.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Where are you working in Portland?
I'm doing
just said it.
too many shows, like
Oh.
12, 15 shows. Yeah,
Just
all
bouncing
around
around.
town. Yeah, so I'm
Oh,
excited.
I didn't
yeah.
know they had it like that,
Oh,
like
yeah.
a showcase
Oh,
kind
it's
of
great.
thing.
Yeah, I love it there.
Portland's,
Shockingly enough, I really like it there a lot.
Portland's great.
It's complete
It's fun.
opposite of
You know,
my.
I spent a
whatever.
month in Portland with the Dunce Man before.
Really? Doing a movie?
Yeah,
Brain
that-
Smasher?
Blood Diner.
Was it Brains? It was the one with Terry.
Yeah, Brain Smasher, Terry Hatcher.
Whoa,
Terry
Brain
Hatcher.
Smasher was in Portland?
Yeah.
Send me some filming locations. I'll go recreate some scenes for
Heathcote
you.
Hotel.
That's why you call him the Brain
Heathcote.
Smasher.
Have you seen the movie?
No, I've only seen Don's
Oh,
clip.
it's so funny. I mean, I haven't seen it. Somebody told me that they renamed it.
Renamed or remade?
Renamed it. Something about Brain Smasher, a love story, and I don't know. Somebody wrote this.
You know
whole
what's
thing.
really funny is that movie Blood Diner. People come up. I guess it's like a big cult movie now.
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
I'll raise my hand in the back of the room sometimes and be like, oh, there's a question. I'll be like, you're the guy from the movie Blood Diner? And I'm like, I wasn't that movie. That was like a Kimmel where you thought I was
What
gonna
is
figure
Blood
it out.
Diner?
I played a victim. I get my arm ripped off.
A machine ripped his arm.
Yeah, Gaylord Dingler wrote the movie.
All right, what I expect here is this.
You gotta say it like this.
Sanka brand coffee, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this.
What do you have to promote?
I'm sorry that I fucked everything up,
Well,
first of all.
I think your weed kicked in.
I
for
don't
sure.
think I didn't smoke any weed tonight.
I don't think that's true.
All right.
I saw you smoke weed.
I'm gonna say I definitely don't think that's true.
Okay, I don't think I smoked a lot, though.
Wasn't a lot.
I saw it.
The Ding Dong shows every Monday night.
Every
and then
Monday
you
night,
also,
and we're going through the loss of the Armenian comedian. And in our show, we have a 32-year-old virgin.
I love Quinn.
Quinn's a nice guy.
I like him.
Well, we have a girl that does adult films.
Okay.
She's now in, and she's going to fuck him.
On camera?
Oh.
She wants to do it. Quinn said he would, but I said no.
How about I fuck him?
on camera, I think is probably the best bet.
No, because you know what? I care about Quinn, and I want him to do.
Quinn's a very nice guy.
He is a nice guy.
I don't know if I.
He's always been
I
nothing
think
but
I
nice
do
to
know
me.
Quinn.
Yeah.
We have more trouble entering the room.
What is it now?
Oh shit.
Oh, it's
Oh,
Jeff.
shit.
shit.
What the fuck is
Michelle
happening here?
Singleton.
What are you guys doing? What happened?
We're
Did
trying
you guys
to
pull
wrap
up
up.
the photo of Bruce in blackface yet?
No, not yet.
Bruce-
We've been begging Don to spend some time with us.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
good for him.
That's
all
good.
he's
Oh,
doing
he
is
looks good in this picture. He looks like he's
Smoking
lost
weed.
weight.
Yeah, he has.
No wonder
and
people want
playing
to
with
fuck
his
him
phone
now.
like a millennial.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You've made it. You're so youthful.
The Don man.
He's a Gen Zer, I think,
Anyway, I was trying to.
because he eats
Multiple
ass.
Z's because he falls asleep.
Don,
since,
hit it.
since it will be my last show here, as I've
Thank
been
God.
fired.
Recast.
John. Sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't say that. I swear it wasn't me. I would never.
Not cool, John. Why would you do that? Seriously, I've done nothing but get cool with you, and then all of a sudden, I've gotten more shit than I've
He
ever.
got you in to
my
meet Jeff
life.
Goldblum, and this is how you treat him?
Yes.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum loved you.
You met Jeff Goldblum?
That's all he's talking about. Jeff
This
Goldblum, I mean,
guy
that he met
produces a
Sosa.
Well, yeah. So Monday nights, the Ding Dong Show. If you want to get in touch, as you know, or maybe some of you don't. Oh shit! I gotta get this out because I gotta.
He's going to pull his gun out at any
Oh
time.
no! Is this a sticker?
You
What?
want a fucking
Yeah,
good
Darren
show?
Carter. He got some
this-
stickers.
Pulls out a shotgun somewhere.
Darren Carter,
Does
my
anyone
Central
know
Valley
who Harvey
brother.
This
Pollack is?
This is his,
We all know. Yes, we know. I know who Harvey Pollack is.
Who's Harvey Pollack?
I know that he was. I only know this because I've heard you tell. I don't want to ruin the story.
Okay, I am chasing Harvey Pollack.
Okay.
Harvey Pollack. He used to work in Philadelphia.
Okay.
He was a PR guy for like the 76ers and
Julius.
the Warriors.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, the very
Way
famous,
back.
very famous picture of when Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points in
Yeah.
a game. He held up a sign that said 100 drawn
I
on a piece.
remember. Yeah.
All right, you
I
know
can
that
see
I got
that's a famous picture.
Harvey Pollack was the guy that wrote that down for him.
Oh.
Anyway, he has the record for most consecutive days wearing a different T-shirt. Right now, I'm at 827. I'm chasing him.
This T-shirt's shedding. Oh, I'll get it.
Don, before sorry,
is-
I don't want to distract you too long.
a lot of
Didn't you
T-shirts.
have a lot of days and then you missed a day somewhere in there and had
Whoa,
to restart?
whoa, whoa,
what happened?
whoa.
Okay, what happened?
Did you
We
fall off the wagon?
No,
You,
no.
you had to restart a couple years ago.
Yeah, because what I did is this. Dennis and O'Neill fans sent a T-shirt to me, and I didn't know that I had worn it before, and I put it on my to wear it pile. And I wore it, and I realized, oh, fuck.
That's awful.
I've worn it same. It
So
wasn't the
Danish
same.
and O'Neill fucked with you.
Did part
It's
of
a
you
prank.
want to? Did part of you think no one will notice and I'll just keep going? But you
No,
said
because
you're too honest.
He's too honest.
And now I'm at 826. All I have
800 and he's
800
at 4,000.
260.
You got it.
But he lived to 93, and he died in a terrible car accident 6 months later.
He died a few days ago
Don
with
crashed into
with
it.
Sam, the Armenian comedian.
Don was wearing the shirt that he had
'Cause
already
this
worn and he
happened-
ran him
Stole his
over.
t-shirt.
In 2015. You know the crazy thing? I had at one point been trying to set the record. At least I was wearing different T-shirts in 2015. So, and I didn't even know who held the record. All right, anyway, so I'm going to do that. I have...
Well, this has been great. I love the Comedy
Okay, so
Store
if anybody
podcast.
Oh, I
wants to
can't
send-
finish giving my stuff?
Send some T-shirts to Don so he can
At the
wear.
Comedy
what
Store,
size
attention,
T-shirt
Don
would
Barris.
you like? I'll get you a
Extra
T-shirt
small.
from
Racist.
Philly.
2XL.
Who XL? I'll get you one from Philly that you can wear.
I would wear it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I would brag about the girl that gave me this. I fucked like crazy.
Wait a minute.
I heard her pussy, and now
Come
I'm wearing
on,
her
man.
T-shirt. This was the prize.
She
I
let
get.
you wear her T-shirt afterwards.
I got Eleanor's pussy and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
Hey, Don, it's Andrew. What's going on?
I heard what
You
you,
don't
said.
talk to her like that. You want to get some calls in the middle of the night, Dan.
Yeah, that's someone who hasn't blocked you.
Oh, I used to get a lot of
know.
those calls.
I know it. All right, let's wrap this up. It's 'cause
Can I
it's
finish
late.
giving my blogs?
yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
many
You know
more
what? I'm
T-shirts?
sorry. I try to say that. I got a lot of things to do. I probably am not going to be allowed to come back here anymore because I see the way John's treated me. I've seen the way you've treated me.
Jessica.
No, John.
I've been nothing
What
but
about
kind.
me?
She's nothing but kind. You kind of
I
came
brought
at me.
several T-shirts.
Thank you.
Oh, they're hanging
Thank
on the
you.
rack.
Thank you.
Don, I've always showed you nothing but respect
Yes, you have.
since the beginning. And
And-
now there's one question left to ask, and it's, are you ready to start this party? I love Darren, dude. He's my Central Valley brother, Fresno's own Darren Carter.
The
party
party
started.
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 You know, I one time got into a long conversation with Holtzman. Got to tell you this, guy who's helped me more than anything told me, hey, you got to get on the social media.
Yes.
Darren Carter.
He goes, you know who told me to post those videos? I go, who? That's great. Hey, Darren Carter. He's really good with that.
You know, the party starter.
He's got a pocket podcast. I go, what? Yeah, but yeah, it's a pocket podcast or something like that.
Pocket party.
So check out, I do a nightly Simply Don the Instagram.
I get in there.
Yeah, you have. I've seen you there.
I'm gonna come in there.
Oh, you won't come in there.
I will.
I have
I'm not good
celebrities
at-
like Guillermo from Jimmy Kimmel comes in there all the time, too.
Oh, that's nice. Does
He's
Jeff
coming- he's
Goldblum ever
coming
come
all
in?
right.
What's that?
Jeff Goldblum?
No.
He
Yeah.
was in Maya's. I don't know what that's about.
All right, well, listen, Eleanor, I'm sorry I fucked
Thank
things
you
up.
didn't fuck things
I think
up.
you made it very
We
plain.
enjoyed having you
And,
when
can
you
I
were
say
paying
this?
attention.
I kept looking over at fucking John. John's looking at me. I am never letting this happen again. So, this will probably
Never.
be
What's the song? Never again.
Never again.
Yeah,
never
I know
going to
that
be
never
anally
again.
raped again.
I don't think it was a song. That was a slogan for the Holocaust.
No, the song.
What
That
is
was
It's a Kelly Clarkson song.
yeah.
This comes out next week?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what I have to promote. I'll be in Edmonton.
And I'll
day
be in
next week?
Edmonton,
House
too.
of Comedy. Are you coming?
Friday.
The big mall?
Tomorrow night, for the love of God, please come see me at Tembler Brewing in Bakersfield if that's your jam. It'll be so
Go
fun.
see him, yeah. And I'm at Magoobies if you're in Baltimore. May
Wait a minute.
11, 12.
Magoobies? I want to meet the owner of Magoobies.
Also, I'm doing Brad Garrett's Comedy Club, middle
Deborah.
of May. Just
God,
go to my
all you do
website,
is fucking work.
EleanorJCarrigan.com.
You should bring Don with you.
Come with.
Yeah.
Brad Garrett might show up, and I only have to do 20 minutes, I heard. It's very exciting. And can you imagine? That would be awesome. But I'm excited to work there. It's my first time.
I heard they have a really great green room.
We'll see what happens.
Hey, Don,
I
maybe you go
will,
there and kick the shit out of Brad Garrett. What do you think?
Whoa. All right. Thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe,
Bye.
follow Bruce. Give him
Thank
break
you.
his balls for being a new paid regular.
Hey.
And Don Barris for never being a regular.
Yeah, he's never been
He
passed.
never got passed.
I
never-
did get passed.
Never
Oh,
been
okay.
kissed, but never been passed.
I was. All right, thanks, John. Thanks for...
Thanks,
Thanks,
you.
John.
Thank you, Jessica, for stopping in, and Brian for blocking us.
Yeah, Brian came in here and threw a glass on the floor.
Guys, Comedy Store Podcast is back.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please leave us your negative and positive comments, mostly negative.